been connected for 43 minutes and idle for 43 minutes.
Yeah, no, I know.
Who are we waiting for? Age?
Edge, yeah. I'm gonna mute that.
Hank was really sleepy and went to take a nap on the floor while we were having an important conversation.
Well, don't worry. This is gonna. He's gonna miss out on some of the information, but as far as I have a way to get around him not being there right away, it's not the end of the world.
Rocks fall on his head, he dies. There we go.
Well, no, it's more like you guys are going someplace, and he might just stay there. I mean, unless you guys want to stay in the prison. Free to stay in the prison too.
I mean, do I even have any sentence left?
Well, yes, you do.
Are you?
Yeah, we never actually got to discuss our sentence reductions and stuff.
There it is. I'd use that one instead. It's a better treant, I think.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
There's also my my actual Twitch image, which is
is that you face thing?
Here.
We'll give him till 9:10, and if he doesn't show up till then, we'll just start.
Yep.
Oh yeah, the GIF, the happy tree face.
Looks like one giant nug.
Also, he's definitely aware of what time it started because he was responding to the other stuff earlier.
Just keep a non-stop fusillade of poking until he shows up.
No, because that's not going to do anything. I'm going to ask him for his fucking phone number. Hey, son of a bitch! Fucking starting some D&D shit.
Can I have your number?
I hope you realize
there he is!
I'm not going to picture Karangar as anything but a slightly drunken chameleon now. Slightly drunk, very happy chameleon.
Wait, why?
Because I opened Uber's stream.
Oh boy. I should probably open it up again. There it is.
That chameleon is all a Lamau.
Yep. That's vile.
I can hear him calling me boyo already.
Nailed it.
Oh shit. Okay, so get started. Anyone want to cover what happened last time? Brief overview.
So we were in prison, and then we all had to take our work detail trip to shovel some garbage. In the process,
Got it.
Steve decided to do something dumb, and
I
got
don't
him
know what you're
killed.
talking
Rip Steve, we all actually liked you despite you being an annoying asshole in prison. It was oddly endearing. I found my sword, which I was not happy about. And then we somehow, after one of the guards was killed and we got into a fight, that somehow shifted into fighting a big tentacle monster, and then back to shifting the guards. It was very.
It wasn't really a fight at that point because y'all just fucking sat down.
Hey,
I tried.
someone was
We had no
fighting. It was
reason
a
to
fight.
try to
hard,
slaughter
but I
the
tried.
guards.
Should've just jumped, dude.
And we established that Vile's character is still the party asshole. Alright, perfect.
So sorry if I was
Karengar's-
perpetually abused for the past 6 months and decided to actually kill my abuser.
We've talked
Uber's
about this, it's all
stream
fine.
shows Karengar's face when the guards look over the edge and see him in the pit.
Alright, then we kinda ended on a cliffhanger too, where
Yes, and then we,
was-
after getting back to the prison, we were brought to the warden's office, seemingly to discuss the goings-on, and we were introduced to a mysterious person,
Named Syndra.
who was named Syndra, if I remember properly.
draw. Alright, so, going back like 10 seconds, the warden had just asked you all about what happened, and he turned to the masked individual sitting in the chair by the fire in his office and said, "Do you like what you hear, Syndra?" And then this seemingly elderly, by the way that she's moving, mage walks up or stands up and says, "These will do," in a very dry and crackly, weak voice, and begins to make for the door. The warden gathers up a whole stack of papers on his desk, hands them to the guard captain, and he stares at you expectingly for a few seconds before saying, "Well, what are you waiting for? All are out."
Is the guard captain in the room the same one who had my sword?
Yes.
Can I stop and ask him if my things are okay when I
He
on the
points
way
to
out?
he points to the door frame, and your sword is literally leaning up against the door frame.
Okay, I just want to thank him. And also, what is his name?
His name. I had
I
a
would
name
like
for
to
him.
ask what his name is.
1 second. I had a name for him. I could have sworn I wrote
Because
that.
I am actually, legitimately thankful to this guard for doing that.
Yeah,
So,
I need to find that for you quick,
He is now Elder Steve.
because I had it written down. He's not Elder Steve.
he's actually
He has a
Steve's
he
twin
has an
brother,
actual legitimate
Steven,
name.
with a PH.
I'm upset now because I was like, all right, I think I have everything I need, and now I'm missing the one name. Ah, damn it.
And you should have known the name was going to be there too.
No, I definitely knew the name was going to be there. I just didn't have the name sheet up that I had made previously, and I've lost it in my notes because I have a million of them.
I don't suppose his name is Hank.
No, his name is not Hank. Fuck.
So that's Hank's secret. It's a guard in disguise.
There are many
No.
Hanks.
Everyone is Hank to Hank.
Scaly Hank. Tree Hank. Cat Hank.
Except for when he's
Short
exactly
magic
exasperated,
Hank.
then everyone's Bobby.
Wow, I am failing really hard right now.
I mean, so we're just gonna follow.
Right,
Syndra,
I will get you that information tree, but it's not super relevant right now.
Yeah, no
And
worries.
I want to move things forward. Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize again. I had that ready to go, and I just don't have it. But I want to use the right one because I don't want to fail at later
I
things.
understand. I gotta keep things moving.
Yep. So people are walking out, following Syndra down the hallway, basically. But the guard stops and clasps you, Karengar, on the shoulder, and he whispers in your ear, "The coin was not meant for you. Don't worry." And then he lets you go.
Oh, wait, who said this to me?
The guard captain.
There's obviously a disgruntled look on my face as I'm whispered that. Disgruntled, I guess, would be an understatement, but I will not say anything.
Okay.
Just walk out.
And then you guys are walking outside. It's nighttime. A light rain has started. And you see Syndra getting into one of the two carriages that are out there waiting for you. And one of them is piloted by what looks like leeches. driving one of the carts. In fact, he's
Saw
driving
that
the one that
right.
Cinder just got into.
I'm gonna say hi to leeches as we go out.
Leech just gives you a death stare and puts a finger on his lips like he's pushing you.
I don't acknowledge leeches.
I give him a nice
Like proper in
wave.
character, I would have just like given him a wave and said, "Oh hi," and that's it. Nothing else.
All right. Perfect.
I'm gonna turn towards Cinder and say, "Hey, Miss Cinder person, where exactly are we going?"
We're going to just outside one of the Merchant Prince's houses. He's got a guest house. That's where I'm staying. We're gonna go there and we're gonna discuss a matter of great importance to me.
Will there be
Which
food?
one of the princes?
Wenguku, or I'm gonna fail this name. Ngaka Otamu.
Will there be food?
There might be some food we can scrounge up. Sure.
Sounds good. I'm gonna go step into the carriage.
All right.
Yeah, climb up in the carriage.
Can I fit in the carriage, or do I have to walk?
There's two carriages, and one of them you could probably fit inside one of them. That's less full.
I'm gonna get in with Syndra and Twy. Sorry, had a moment there.
I'll just get in whichever one they push me in. Wherever.
So
this
there's
is.
3 people in the one with Syndra now?
Yep, 3 people.
Guess I'll go in the other. Are both of them going to the same spot, right?
Yeah, they are. It's been made clear to you that these are both
Okay,
in the same.
yep.
This is just so that they have carriages to accommodate everyone who's going.
I guess I'll go in the second.
All right.
If there's room in the first one, I would like to go in the first one with Syndra still.
There's room.
Okay.
That one's full now after you though. Everyone else goes in the second one.
It's a little branchy in there.
Second one's a party.
Oh yeah. So you guys are traveling towards one of the better districts in town. You guys have some time to discuss things. You want to discuss things, talk, ask questions, etc.
I'd actually like to go ahead and ask Syndra about like, if she I'm gonna ask her if she knew about the bar burning down.
She looks at you like she doesn't know what you're talking about. Or she's her face is behind a mask. She's silently looking at you,
No, then.
and then she just kind of shrugs and says, "I have no idea."
Okay.
I got here not very long ago.
I'm just gonna lean forward and say hello and try to shake her hand.
She not seem to make movements to reciprocate the handshake.
Okay.
Am I in the first or second cart?
You're with
You
us, I believe.
you're with So you
were the first one to jump in.
Yeah, you, Karengar, and Tree are all in with Syndra, and everyone else is in the second cart.
Okay.
I guess I'll ask. What are you in this interesting city for? And why do you have use of us?
We'll get to that in good time. I feel that the entire party should be privy to that information. I would appreciate if we wait for all of them to be present.
Well, at least you're treating us like people.
Were you not treated well?
Not all of us were.
Shake my head.
That's unfortunate. I will have to talk to Rengoku about this.
I'm
Anything
assuming
else?
that name we have not heard before.
I don't think any of you have.
Can you say it again a little louder?
Rengaku, I think. Let me look at his name again.
Okay.
Rengaka, sorry. Rengaka Otamu.
Okay.
That's the merchant we're going to.
That is the Merchant Prince villa that you are going to, yeah.
Yep. Cool.
What was the name again?
Rengaka Otamu. WAKANGAO''TAMU. right? Forgot you had
Oh
that.
wait, it's the same day. I forgot.
But I still forgot you had that. Here. Okay. All right. So you guys, anyone else want to say anything, or is you fast forwarding here?
Fast forward, I guess. I'm fine. Fast forward on.
All right. Cool. So you guys all make it inside of this guest house, inside of this palace plaza. It's a pretty large area. You guys are pretty near the actual front gate entrance, and there's kind of a row of hedges that's partitioning this house away from the rest of the plaza. You guys make your way inside. You are ushered around by a few servants who are basically giving you various like food and that sort of thing. Basically at your request. And when you guys are all together, you're all settled in. Syndra begins to speak. And this is what she says. After I remember what she's going to say. I was an adventurer years ago. I died once and was raised from the dead. I have since closed the door on that stage of my life. You may have heard about the death curse. It has struck me. I don't know how much longer I'll last before I perish. Clerics have no help to offer. They're stymied by what's happening. They have no idea how to resolve it. My contacts in the Harpers have learned the cause of the death curse is a necromantic artifact called the Soulmonger. According to their sources, the Soulmonger is somewhere in Chult.
Somewhere.
Somewhere in
I
Chult.
am very uneasy, but I sit there quietly for now.
I've taken a note and interest in some of the ongoings in the prison camp. Recently, some of my contacts in the Harpers have informed me that there was a rather powerful group of people that seemed to be interested in doing some good in this world. I noticed, or I heard about the encounter at the pit, and I was hoping that you would be willing to help me out in discovering the cause of the death curse.
I'd speak up. Oh yes. I'm sure you have not heard of me, Syndra, but I've been sent to actually find you on behalf of my order, and yes, I'll be very interested in helping you find this artifact.
What order is that?
Oh, it's a gnomely order. You know, every single one of us is gnomes. But, it's called the Gnomic Wizard Society for the Advancement of Mystical Phenomena and Ancient Apocryphal Arts. May or may not have heard of us. We tend to keep to ourselves, but we are very much interested in such things.
Heard of you, and I am upset that I have no other options. This is interesting information. All right, we'll just move on. Anyone else?
What are you paying?
Ha! I figured you guys might be interested in that. When you guys return with the information on how to resolve the curse or the curse resolved, I am prepared to part with one of my magic items for each of you.
What
What kind of
information
magic
can
items?
you give us on this Soulmonger?
All right, so there's a few questions that were asked. give me a second to do those in order. So, someone, I think Christ, you asked first.
Yeah.
What did you ask?
What kind of magical items?
One of my more uncommon magical items. They will be You'll have a selection of your choosing upon completion of the quest.
What about the equipment we had before we were arrested?
Ah, yes, correct. Right. You guys might be needing some starting equipment. Oh wait, no. The Gordon gave me paperwork regarding that. And she hands you out in turn after she reads your name. Basically, what is a receipt voucher for the equipment that was taken off of you.
Neat.
All of you in your journals should have that receipt.
Okay, just a quick thing. I'm gonna try and summon my polearm to my hand to see if it's actually not broken yet.
This is the one that was taken by the
Boot you. Yeah, as long as it's
Yeah.
like... Does it come to my hand, or is it just like come to my hand covered in trash and goo?
funny story. Uyu stomachs are very, very toxic and acidic.
So it's go.
Your polearm is now basically a quarterstaff, and when you summon it to your hand, it is covered in acid and it deals some damage to you.
Rip, kid. I could.
They're gonna need some more than just what they had left. They need some more equipment than just that, then. Like, just kind of...
5 points of acid damage.
Okay.
I seem to be missing some things off of a equipment list
And,
here.
the guards, or the guards that are in the castle, kind of are taken aback by the sudden summoning of a weapon to essentially peaceful conversation, and are approaching from all sides.
I just needed to check something out in case we needed more equipment.
Do you
Calm
have a way
yourselves.
to get rid of that weapon?
Just drop it on the ground.
Asks. All right, it starts melting through the floor.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
that
the guards are making note of this, and they hand you a receipt
God,
for
you
damages.
fucking asshole!
I didn't know that. I'm not
You
gonna
piece
hold
of
on
shit.
to it.
Why
I'm
would
not gonna
you
hold
just-
on to it. I'm not
They,
gonna hold
they,
on.
they write you up for damages. They summon a person eventually that knows what to do with it. They take it away and basically dispose of it.
Okay.
Um,
I'm gonna need another polearm to be effective in this task, so just kind of...
I just want to laugh at my itemized receipt. It has my sword and my holy symbol both are just listed as ornate wooden carving, large and small.
Wait, where's the receipt?
should be the
Is
player journal.
everything else?
Actually, no, this itemized receipt does have a glyph. Nice. That back.
If I'm missing things off the receipt, is that intentional, or did you just write it up real fast?
I wrote it from what was on your character sheet. If it's missing, it should be intentional. If you think that there's something on there that was missing and should not have been intentional, let me know.
Okay, yeah, I definitely have things,
Okay. Just
including.
whisper them to me in GM chat,
Okay.
and I'll tell you if it was intentional or not.
Yep, I think you got everything green.
Locked me out of the game.
I'm gonna turn back to Syndra and say, well, when would you like us to start heading out?
Well, I suggest you guys start out in the morning. My contact here, the merchant prince that we were staying at, may have information as well. And if you would like, I could set up a meeting for you guys tomorrow night to talk with him. But for the time being, there's a few places in town that I recommend you stay. And if you guys are looking for more of a party time type establishment, they're definitely louder, more rambunctious. The Thundering Lizard, where I'd stay. Or if you're looking for something more quiet with a good night's sleep, I would say Kaya's House of Repose is where I would go.
So, does this mean we are all officially pardoned?
Good question.
Because you're kind of implying that we're free, but we were
you
never
guys-
freed.
You have been given writs of temporary release, and upon my signature will be granted a full pardon.
Okay. I can work with that. I mean, I just really care about a yes or no. If I'm stuck back in prison for the next few weeks, so be it.
Right. So if you guys abandon the quest, or if something should happen to me while you guys are out on your quest, unfortunately, due to the way that the laws work here in Chult, you would be liable for the remainder of your prison sentence.
If
So
we destroy
Hank
the
sounds like you
artifact,
better
does
hurry.
she die?
Understandable.
How long do you think you have left then? How long have you been
I
infected?
cannot say how long I have left. I do not know precisely the time that I have left. It's been difficult the last few days, and I definitely feel myself getting weaker every day.
What can
If
you
the
tell us
artifact's
about
destroyed,
these,
do you die?
about this item that we're looking for, this artifact?
The Soulmonger.
Yes, the soul.
All we know about it is that it seems to be the cause of the curse. That we assume that it's necromantic in origin. We don't really know a whole lot beyond that. We're hoping that the parties that we've sent out to investigate would have given us more information by now. But we unfortunately have not heard from them.
Where would you suggest we start then?
You might start by I have maps first of all that I need to give you. 1 second. Drag your guys' stuff over to this.
Ooh, fancy map.
Yes. So this is a map of everything that we have. It's basically a collection of all the knowledge that we have about Chult. Notice that there's a large section of Chult that we don't really know. We don't have well mapped out. There's a group of people from the guild of the Order of the Gauntlet. You'll see on the map that they are they have ventured the farthest into the jungles of Chult of anyone, and are currently located at Camp Vengeance. They may have information for you. There's a lot of rumors floating around town about some of the more ancient cities and some of the more religious things that are around the city. You might investigate there. That's really all I have for information at this point.
If you don't know where it is, how do you know the Soulmonger thing is the cause of the curse?
From what our scouts have learned and been able to gather back, the information that we do have is that this is the ancient artifact that would be the cause of the curse such as this.
And by destroying the artifact, it would end the curse?
That might work.
And you have no idea where it is in Chult?
We have not had much luck discovering its exact location.
No info to go on.
I guess we can go to Camp Vengeance.
So I would recommend that you look around the city and try to find out some more information from the denizens around here. The Harpers have just started that process themselves, and if I have any more information from you for you in a few days, I will summon you here.
Yeah, we definitely should not just leave Port Nyanzard.
The jungles of Chult are chock full of very dangerous things. I would expect you guys to gear up.
Small advance may
maybe
be
find
necessary
someone
to
that
do
can
that.
lead you through the jungle to Camp Vengeance. That might be a good place to start.
Like a guide.
A guide might be work, yeah.
You wouldn't happen to
Also-
have like, a stipend available, would you?
Oh,
Just about to
right.
ask
Yes,
if we
yes,
had
I do.
access to any additional resources.
I think I can spare 50 gold pieces for each of you.
That
that-
would be much
that would be
appreciated. That's more
sufficient.
gold than I've held in 100 years.
So she will give you this coin before you go to your lodge, but for now it's not directly available until the conversation's done. But yeah, you will each receive 50 gold pieces. Starting monies.
Awesome.
Miss Syndra lady, is your last name perhaps Sylvanas?
It
Or-
is. Sylvain, actually.
Sylvia something?
It's Sylvain.
Ah, yes, that
Syndra
one.
Sylvain.
I'm just sitting to the side, shaking my head.
I just nod.
Perfect.
I'm just gonna say to Twilight and Sylvan, we should get a chance to ask her why we were supposed to find her soon.
Hang on.
Oh.
I might have a thing for that. Said Sylvan, right?
Yes.
I need to double check something. Sorry.
Yeah, we need to get a chance to speak to her soon.
I'm going to respond in Sylvan. Well, probably because she knows something about the curse.
This is where we learn that Bree has been metagaming all his NPCs with
No, I
language as we
haven't.
speak.
I have not. I was just making sure that she didn't have something else, but she doesn't, so yeah, nothing happens.
Also, I seem to be missing quite a few items off my equipment list here.
Okay, so dulcimer, crude maps, utility knife, backpack, and camping gear should all have been on that list. I must have
Okay,
dismissed
cool.
them. But
Not the gold, though.
Nope.
Okay. And I think it should be 10 darts instead of 5, unless that was purposeful.
Nope, it wasn't.
Okay, so I have all the starting gear except the gold.
You have a receipt for all the starting gear with the gold. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
We're able
Not
to
yet.
take a trip back to the judge.
Those receipts in big bold letters have on the very top of them, courtesy of Vivaldi's equipment rental and storage.
Okay, so we've got
Oh, wait,
two
really?
places to go to.
I'm gonna hand my receipt to Tree and just whisper in Sylvan, "Do you mind chucking this for me, please?"
Do you want me to share
Yes.
that with him too?
What's that?
You want me to share it with him?
Sure. I can't read. I wanted to
It doesn't
double check
matter.
that I had everything, which it looks like it does.
But yeah,
I'll get those
take
items-
the
I'll get those
note from
items
it
added
and
to your
check
list
it
as
and
well.
just give him an affirmative and hand it back.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
Like
Also,
subtly.
Hank also don't know how to read yours. Just as an
This is
FYI.
true. I see everyone else holding the paper and continue holding the paper.
It has some funny characters on it. Neat.
Yep.
All right, perfect. Anything else you guys like to ask her, or are you
I
guys
go
going
like-
to retire somewhere?
Don't ask
if
her
we
something in
destroy the
private.
artifact, does she die?
What?
We don't.
If
We wouldn't
destroy
know.
the artifact, she die.
He suggested that might be a valid course of action, but she has no idea.
Cool. We're going back to prison, boys.
What was the other prisoner's name? Not Steve. The
Jeff.
Yeah.
Is there in
Jeff.
the room
Is
with you
Jeff
yet?
with us?
Yep. In fact, that was the next thing I was going to bring up, is that Syndra asks if you would like Jeff to remain here, and she will do her best to cure him of his affliction. That she seems to know about precisely to a very startling degree.
That would actually be-
appreciated.
Yes.
So you're leaving Jeff there?
Well, does Jeff want to come with us?
Have you asked Jeff?
That's what I was
Yeah, I
gonna
said that
ask.
out loud.
So Jeff basically stares at you like you're insane for suggesting that he go into the jungle again.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
leave
pretty
Jeff.
much what I thought.
We can retrieve him later if he's of sounder mind.
Okay.
What does the room look like that we're in?
It's very nice. It's well furnished. This would be somewhere that a typical noble would be hosting someone of great importance temporarily. So it's got all of the furnishings. You guys are basically sitting in a large room with a table and a couple of fire pits, or not, well, fireplaces really. The walls are pretty much decorated with very fancy tapestries of heroes long lost or older heroes. There's not a whole lot of religious artwork much around the building. It's more meant to be a a temporary home for, say, a merchant or another noble, not necessarily for someone who is a cleric or other religious entity.
Okay. I'm just gonna look around at all the artwork.
Cool. So, in addition to the overall map of Chult, you guys also would have been given the map of Courtney and Zaru.
Oh, that's where we were. Okay.
Yeah.
I'd seen this map once before, then not looked at it at all since we started. It was like, oh, where are we on this?
Yeah. So the prison would have been where I've marked it on the map.
Got it.
Where it says prison and
Yeah. So you can tell exactly kind of how I was talking about how the tree line might not exactly be visible unless you cross the pit.
Yeah.
And then the cliff, and then the old city were pretty close to you.
Where do we know where we are right now in here?
Yeah, I'll give that to you in a second here. I have to remind
Okay.
myself of which number is the actual location here.
This city is much larger than I thought it was going to be.
Oh, it's a huge city. It's a huge
And
city.
yet it's not that big a city because Waterdeep's like 10 times as big.
And I think Baldur's Gate is even bigger than that.
Neverwinter's even larger.
Oh, we're just comparing our city dicks right now, boys.
Everyone's got a huge city, okay? Don't worry about it. No one's gonna judge you for a small city.
There is
So-
such a
okay?
thing as too big of a city.
No, there isn't.
I also want to ask Syndra or a guard or servant around if they could point out on the map where the place on the receipt is.
They're gonna point basically, have it for you too. So, places that I'm gonna give you, the first one I'm gonna give you is the Merchant Prince's Villa, which is here. You guys ever see that ping?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Okay, and then when you ask her where the Vivaldi's is, she's basically going to point to you and ping right about there.
Where is there? I can't see. Oh, there. Okay.
Keep pinging it.
So we're in
Smart's
the
the
purple.
spot.
We're in the purple lined house area, right?
Mm-hmm.
The X
Yep.
is
Pink
the.
outline.
Okay.
You're exactly in that one.
Agree. Word of my tavern, Ben.
Question. I thought of that at one point, and I have an answer for you. Give me a second. Probably by... Was it what? It was a nicer establishment, right?
It was a
Fair
mid high
establishment.
mid high tier establishment.
Okay, good. Then this makes sense still. Hooray. But our establishment would have been right around here.
Oh man, the merchant docks.
Can I just choose one of the buildings?
Merchant docks. You guys all would have known where the merchant docks are, and those are up here.
Can I just choose one of the buildings to say that it was the tavern?
Sure. See a problem with that.
One right here, then.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn to Cinder again. So we are basically free to go as long as we help find the cause of this curse.
You all agree right now to help resolve this curse. I will continue the stay of your sentences. So yes, basically.
Well, sign me up.
I do.
Okay.
Perfect.
A nod.
All right. So as you guys can go anywhere you want, but you can't stay here. He says to you.
I'm gonna.
Oh, really? As he says it, look at the fucking, nice rectangular hole now burnt into the floor from the, acid-covered polearm.
That might have something to do with it. The other part of it is that when Gaka Otamu does not know that you are here, I would not wish to upset him in any way.
Never struck me for the risky type. Syndra.
Haha. Right. You were from that group. And that's all she's going to say.
I asked Sindra, what do I do with the paper?
You take that to the man at the desk, and he should give you what's on the piece of paper back to you.
That desk is in the same building, right?
You would assume that she's talking about the desk
I'll
inside
take
of the
you
building
there,
called
Hank.
Vivaldi's, but know what Vivaldi's is, and she didn't tell you.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're all gonna have to go to the prison and also to Vivaldi's. So it's gonna be
Prison?
it's gonna
Why
be
do you have to go to
hard.
the prison?
The receipt is in Vivaldi's.
Well,
before
I
you
have
get
to
it.
go back.
Oh,
To
okay.
the prison.
You have to go back to the prison for.
The sword.
The sword is still there.
My sword is in the warden's office.
No, I thought you picked it up on the way out. You not?
That
a
was
really good
not
prisoner.
said or
You
implied that
dummy.
was allowed.
I completely missed that you did not pick it up. So yeah, you might want to go back there and get that.
I'm gonna say to Tree
We
and
were
Sylvan.
told, "Oh, this woman's taking you now. Get out of my office."
That's
So
true.
I was
Yeah.
under the assumption that
When the guard pointed at
we didn't know we were free.
right when the
Yeah,
guard
more or
pointed at it,
less.
I assumed that he was pointing at it for you to take it, and that wasn't made clear to you, and I apologize for that. So,
No, you just said, "Oh yeah,
Yeah.
standing there."
Also, I
by
thought it
the
was super important, so I thought you would just take it when we were leaving, just like absentmindedly.
I'll come back with you, Orn.
I mean, it's no problem. It's just another trip I gotta take.
yeah, that's fine. I didn't know about
And
it.
Sylvan, I'm gonna ask Orn. Should we try to talk to her alone real fast?
It's probably the best option.
So she is beginning to dismiss you towards the carriages, and she has summoned leeches, whose name you find out is not leeches, but is indeed
Steve.
no. You, god damn it! I lost the train of thought. I have names. Give me a second.
Mask of many faces.
Might it be
It's actually Steve.
Magpie?
Bilbo Baggins.
Steve is actually a demi-lich, just using disguise spells all the time. Faking his death
You
repeatedly.
learn
to fuck with us.
that halfling. His name is Leslie.
Leslie?
Beautiful name. Yep.
Or just gonna call them leeches. But,
Fair enough. But Cinder always refers to him as Leslie.
Hey, leeches, do you need to go back to prison too, then?
You say that out loud?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Is leeches
Um,
free to come with us?
So leeches appears to be in the service of Syndra, from what you can tell. And Syndra's response to this is basically, "What are you talking about? Leeches has always been here with me." I don't. Why would he go
I
back to
look a
prison?
little bit confused, then drop it.
He was always here helping me. I don't understand.
But he was in the prison with the. Never mind.
Yeah, we went and picked you up.
yeah. Mental note.
But why was
Some
he in a
fuckery is going
cell?
on.
So, where do we
Watching
pick
us.
up our stipend from?
If you follow Leeches, or sorry, if you follow Leslie, he will take you to the front where I have some pouches of coin ready to go.
Oh, Leslie, dear sir, let's go. Let's get this over with, so we can all get.
Leslie begins leading
Come on.
all people who are willing to follow
Miss
him
Syndra,
towards the front.
could Orn and I talk to you quickly?
Sure, I'm an open book.
Have you ever heard of... Hang on.
Loading,
Double-check the name.
loading.
So I don't think I have their names written down either. And I assume you're talking about the two people that are very important to you.
No, I was going to talk about the order.
I don't-
Have you ever
I
heard
don't-
of the Order of the Flaming Owl? Or the Order of the Bright Owl?
I have.
You have.
I've worked with them on a few times. Yeah.
Does that mean you also know about my people?
I have seen your people before. Very kind folk. Very concerned
Well,
about
that's
knowledge.
good to know.
Can you show me your symbol? And I'm going to reach down into my cloth
She-
wrappings on my ankle and pull
Okay,
out my
so
ring,
there's
show her the
something-
inside with the symbol.
Right. So is there something that she? All right. You're asking her to see her symbol, or you're going to show her
Mhm.
your symbol?
Asking to see hers.
Doesn't have a symbol.
Ah, so she's worked with them before, but she's not part of the order.
She's requested their services before.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna reach down and show her the inside of my ring then.
Oh, splendid! One of the order.
Yes.
I had no idea that I was in such luck.
We were actually instructed to find you. Several of the order are afflicted with the same curse, and we heard you had information.
Unfortunately, I've heard about this. The information that I have gathered so far is all I have, which I assume is more than the order had.
It
I have a
probably
few more
is, but we
contacts
haven't
in
heard from them in a
Harper's.
long time.
Right. And I honestly could not tell you. You are the first contact I've made with the order in a long time, so I've not heard anything more than what you probably already know.
All right. Well, thank you, Miss Sindra Silvani.
Sylvain, will do nicely.
Like, I
Thank you.
basically, I was kind of waiting at the door out of earshot of these two because I also want to talk to Sindra just a little bit before I head out.
Perfect. Go ahead.
Just wanna. You know anything about the Yatepka Society, whatever the hell they're called?
Oh, the Yatepka Society. I've heard them operating out of here. There's a lot of rumors about the group. They typically seem to have good intentions.
Yeah.
That's all I can really say about that. A lot of people, they have these coins, and a lot of people have been talking about how the coins don't seem to make a whole lot of sense sometimes. Some strange rumors about them being ill omens. Tendency is that they're received by someone who did an ill deed towards society or in Port Nianzar or somewhere.
You mind doing some digging on them for me? Just I'll call it a favor right now.
I'm a bit preoccupied, you might understand.
You probably have some connections who can do it for you. I'll just forward the favor to them if need be, but this interests me.
Well, I'll do what I can, but I'm making no promises.
Fair enough. I'm just gonna head out after that.
Alright, so you guys are all gathered towards the front door. Leeches points to your map, and then holds his arms out wide, like, where do you want to go?
Well, let's go get our stuff.
I wanna walk up to. You said his name was Leslie.
Leslie.
Yes.
I'm going to walk up to Leslie and say I'm sorry about Steve. I feel like you liked him.
He tears up at that.
I'm just gonna pat him on the shoulder and then say, "Well, we need to be moving on to Vivaldi's, and I believe I need to make a trip back out to the prison."
Leeches opens the door, closes it, and then points to it.
Do we get our stipends at this point?
You have your stipends, yeah.
Got it.
It's also nighttime.
Yeah, let's just head down to Vivaldi's. I can walk to my other destination from there.
When you say that, Leeches again opens the door.
I get
closes
into
the door,
I
points
get
to
in the
it.
car. I get in the coach. Or the cart.
You're not in the. This is the front. You're still in the front entryway. There's no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you said like he was
He's-
opening the court.
Basically
he's
telling
trying-
us
I thought we
to
were
leave.
outside. My
Clearly-
apologies.
Yeah, he's telling you get the hell out.
No, he's trying to say something, but you guys are all standing in the doorway. He's opening the door, closing the door when you guys say you want to go to Vivaldi's.
I walk outside.
Okay.
Is he trying to get us to get in the carriage?
No, he was pointing at the door and trying to tell you something else. And he
He
looks
just
at you.
leave?
He looks at you and shakes his head like he's giving up on something. That was-
I
seems
look
to
at the
be
door.
Look at him
information.
and I say, "Are you trying to? Can you write? Can I give you something to write?"
He nods.
Okay.
He
so-
writes in big letters, capital, closed.
Oh, Vivaldi's
It's nighttime.
closed.
That was made very evident.
Well, I need to go back to the prison. I'm sure
I need to
the
head
warden
back
and the
down.
Guard are there at least.
That's definitely open.
Oh, I want to ask Chiz. Leeches, do you know where the racetrack is? Actually, wait, no, I already know where that is because I got arrested.
Yeah,
Where is that on the map?
I'll give you that. Give me a second.
Is it the convenient ring right next to Vivaldi's?
Well, actually, dinosaur pens are somewhere else. And that's where the race animals are kept. That's probably where you got arrested.
Yeah.
Do I need to find the right number? There it is. Bing.
Oh, way outside the city. Oh, wait,
Outside. It's outside the wall. It's not necessarily
outside the wall.
city.
Okay.
That's where the race animals are kept. And the racetrack tends to be cordoned off city streets. So if you're arrested
Oh
there,
yeah,
you were-
they
you
just
were-
go through the streets.
Yep.
Okay.
Cool.
So you
What time is it now?
You're probably it's late. It is really late. Like we're talking AM.
Okay. Let's find a place to sleep, mate.
I'm gonna head down to some place where I need to find something out. You guys can do whatever if you want.
You were
Give
saying
us a
green.
list of taverns, right?
Yeah, she did. Turambar, you were arrested pretty close to the harbor. Actually, pretty close to just outside the Prince Villa. But right
Oh,
around there.
okay.
Right,
Out
so
of character, should we decide on a tavern to meet up at?
you totally
I
can.
can't read, so I'm just gonna follow the tree.
Yeah, I mean, at the very least, we need a meeting point.
So she recommended
Well,
the
the
When I walk
lizard-
out of here, I'm going back to the prison. So.
Okay, so she mentioned the Thundering Lizard, which is more of the rowdy type establishment if you're looking for that sort of place. Or she also gave you Kaya's House of Repose, which is more of like the quiet, good night sleep place.
Definitely the Thundering Lizard. I mean, because I've probably been there a couple times anyways in the past.
Yeah,
So
and you would know that it is actually right about here. Both establishments are here, or in that general area, this general block area.
I can't
Can you
see
think
because
again?
I'm too
Don't see it.
zoomed in. Hold on, that's too zoomed out. Fuck.
Oh, okay.
South of the
Area 18.
Yeah, gotcha.
Everyone ping it.
So it's in that area. I'm guessing that it's probably this red building is probably Kaya's House of Repose, and this green building with a couple of tents outside of it is probably the Thundering Lizard.
So, how long would it take us to walk to those taverns from here?
So you have use of the carriages, but you would probably get there at daybreak if you walked.
Oh, jeez, it's a big city.
So, is Leslie going
Yeah,
to
that's
want to
like
take us
almost a
out to
mile.
the prison and then hook back down? that
There's
way?
also 2 carriages.
Let's take one of the carriages
So
back to the prison
could
then.
we split up? I guess.
Yeah, if you want to suggest to Leslie that you want to do that, sure.
Well, shall we meet at whichever inn is preferable to everyone?
Yeah, just I do recommend the Thunderous Lizard. Know the barkeep there.
Sounds
man.
good to me. I guess we're all going to be traveling buddies now, right?
I'll be going to Kaya's House of Repose.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shake my head.
Of course.
I'll hang out with you, Tormbar. I need my sleep.
I'd like to go to the quieter one.
Guess I'm just gonna be alone. Fuck me, Jesus.
Oh, I think you have one person interested.
I'll go to the rowdy one with you.
First, I gotta go head out. I'll meet you there though. See something else. So
Alright.
I
So,
guess,
well,
I'm gonna
If
ask.
you head out alone,
there's-
you're not going to get there till morning.
All right.
And we're
Carriage
gonna beat you
A
there
will
with
head to the prison
carriages.
first, and then head to Kaya's House of Repose. Cart B is going to head towards the Thundering Lizard.
I would like Cart B to go head to the merchant stock first because I want to check in at.
Well, too damn bad. You can't do everything.
All right. So here's.
Fuck you! This
No,
is important to my character.
It's early in the AM, and the markets are closed.
I know.
Yeah,
I
we established it's
I still want to go to the harbor.
I'm just following Tree. I'm sleepy.
All right. So they would be willing to. You want to go where in the harbor though?
I mean, if they drop me off up here, because all I want to do is I want to check in on here and see how if it's been.
That's somewhat on the way to the Thundering Lizard, so they're willing to probably drop you off about here.
Okay, as long as it doesn't take me forever to walk there, sure.
You might get there. I don't know, 4 hours before daybreak.
Sure, and then I can get. That's fine.
It'll take you about till daybreak to get to the Thundering Lizard from there for walking.
Okay.
All right, everyone happy?
So just to speed run things, when I get to the prison, I just want to go back in, say I want to speak to the warden
When
and
you
or
get
the
to the
named
front
guard.
door, the guard commander is standing there expectantly holding your sword at the front porch.
Cool. I just want to thank him, ask him if he hears anything about why it was, getting tossed into the trash pile, to let me know and tell him where we'll be staying.
So he's going to tell you right away. Vivaldi's is a place that also rents out equipment to the Coliseum, and my best guess is that there was a mix-up or someone did not return one of the pieces of equipment they rented.
Or they're really underhanded.
Or they're really underhanded.
Okay, well, that's all I need to do.
Okay.
Now we can head to Kaya's.
And who's driving the cart?
So the one that went to the prison is Leslie, and the other one is driven by another servant of the Princess Villa.
Okay.
If you want me to give him a name, I can, but...
No, it doesn't matter. I would
he's
just ask
basically a cart driver.
Leslie if he can point out on the map where perhaps there's clerics caring for the afflicted.
I can, and I will give you that in a second.
I'm gonna wave bye to the guard captain as we go
Actually,
off.
you know what? When you say that, he points basically to the merchant's place,
Okay.
or to the noble's place, and he writes down on the piece of paper, most are too poor to have received the gift. The gift implying the coming back from death.
So is healing fairly expensive here?
I wouldn't say that. I would say that the being brought back is fairly expensive, but that's generally everywhere in Faerun.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a gift that's bestowed upon just anyone.
Okay. So it's basically affecting everywhere, not just in Chult.
Cinder would have probably played that up when you were talking to her.
Yeah.
Didn't necessarily get that information, but yeah, it's widespread, and it seems to be definitely present in both Baldur's Gate and Waterdeep, for sure.
Okay. So
Alright, so
basically,
you
there's no
guys-
such place around here, is what my answer was. The answer was.
No such place where?
There's no such place where there's not enough people for them to be such a place that I asked for.
Yeah, there's not like a large hospital or temporary hospital set up where they're caring for people that have this curse. It is basically people who have received the gift of coming back and are now afflicted by this curse.
Okay.
And then anyone who has attempted to make bring it back. I mean, so there are general chapels and stuff near the nobles area as well.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I believe there's a chapel for each one of the deities pantheon there. But there's as far as larger chapels for the more common people, I can give you that as well.
Okay. Well, I'm just more interested in chatting with the people who are experiencing it.
Right. So Syndra is the one that you know of for sure is afflicted.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to talk to her more tomorrow, I'm sure you can.
Okay.
And then there might be another noble in there too that might be afflicted, but you've not encountered them yet.
Okay. All right. Well, that's it for me.
And then, sorry. So leeches would have pointed to Fort Bellerin. Basically, there, I think. If it's not there, I'll give you the right location. But
Okay.
that is. If you want more information on that, you can ask leeches about it. But beyond that, it's basically a fort with a garrison.
But he can't talk.
No, but he can write because he gave him a pen and paper.
I can't read.
That's unfortunate.
Well, I can. If it's obvious that Hank can't read, I'll read it to him.
How obvious are you making it, Age?
So I didn't actually have a question. I just thought it'd be funny.
Okay. So, those that are going to the prison, then going to Maya's House of Repose, you've made it there. Those of
Yay.
you going to the Thundering Lizard have made it there. And just now, Karangar has reached the drop, or has reached where he wanted to go.
Okay, so is it still burnt down, or
There's
has
something
like,
else built on top of it.
what's the name of this place now?
It appears to be a storage area for the fort.
Jesus fucking Christ! I just kind of spit on the ground. Gonna have to like just walk back. There's nothing else to do here apparently. Just note the name of the storage place. How long has it been there?
I mean, there's literally guards sitting outside in front of it that you could have asked about what the building is.
I guess if there's a guard saying that, I'll talk to him a bit. And it's like, how long has this storage place been here? This warehouse?
Oh, it was set up not that long ago. We've been making more expeditions out into the jungle, as you know, and we've needed more places for equipment, so we've been expanding. And he has a badge on him that looks like. Find it. Well, it's basically a fist, and it's covered in flames.
And would I know if the military quote unquote of the city is like a mercenary or a militia based or?
Oh,
Are you ordering that out loud?
I want to. This is something my character would know because he's been there for a
Yeah,
while.
so the True Princes typically hire out mercenary groups to do various tasks.
What's the name
most
of your
commonly Zentarum.
So what's the name of your outfit, soldier?
Flaming Fists, loyal to Baldur's Gate.
I see.
He says
If
proudly.
if one wanted to join up with the Flaming Fist, who would one talk to?
I have that for you. I have a name. I'll give it to you in a second. It's going to take me a second to find it. Because I was not prepared for this line of dialogue.
Stefan.
You...
Talk to a prisoner named Steven.
do.
Oh, everyone saw Steven's tattoo, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone
I
did.
don't think I did. Oh, I don't think I did. I wasn't at the edge of the pit, so.
Do I recognize the tattoo or the symbol?
Not. I mean, you want to make a roll for it? You can.
Sure.
You can
Is
just
that
do what- Tell me what you want to try to use for it, and I'll let you know if it's okay or not. Generally, it's going to be either a history or some other sort of general knowledge check. Age, you already know what that is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, could I do a history check? Do I get any
Sure.
bonuses for being from around Waterdeep?
I'm gonna say no because this is not necessarily something that's out in the
Okay.
open.
So what's the name of this guy?
Well, are you asking the name of the guard there, or are you asking the name of the guy
Who'd
you
I talk to join up?
Right. So I'm giving you that information here in a second.
I mean, also, I'd like, just like, so, this is a bar I used to frequent here. Kind of sad to see it's gone. You know what happened to it?
Rumors were it burned down for some insurance fraud.
Jesus.
He does not recognize you, by the way.
I understand. I'm pretty sure he would have reacted at this point if
Yeah.
he did. Know if the
So
owner.
Liara Porter is the name that he gives you.
I'd also have to like what race is she? You know, just to know who I'm looking
Human.
for. Human. Okay.
Yep.
You possibly know where the owner of the previous establishment would have went.
Prison.
Hmm.
He says, thinking that it would be obvious.
His name was Steve.
Oh, thanks for your time.
His name was not Steve, but yeah. All right.
It was
So
Jeff.
are you retiring? His name was Jeff. Oh boy.
I actually want to ask more
This is
questions.
even more humorous to me because one of you already definitely has more information about what Steve was. It's glorious.
I'd actually, before we go to go, I'd actually have some. So, who's the captain or the leader of your outfit, and who's hiring you here? Seems like
She
a
definitely
pretty.
already gave you that information. She just gave you that information.
Oh, is Liara reported the name of the
person who's in charge of Fort Bellerin, who is
Okay.
the leader of the Flaming Fist? Yep.
Well, I mean, but somebody's gonna be hiring the Flaming Fist, right?
You have given the information that you would talk to her about that, or want to
Okay.
talk to her about that information.
Okay. I'll just head back then. Start my way back to the Thundering Lizard.
I assume with that history check, I don't recognize the symbol, right?
Tough to say. You definitely know it's one of the merchant guilds, one of the more common merchant guilds, but it's not one of the ones that is out in the open or generally that you are well aware of.
Okay.
They have not really done a whole lot of business with you or your order. Anything else
Alright.
before night happens?
I'm good.
I'm fine with night happening.
Okay, so.
What
those
is
of
everyone
you-
doing?
Well, so,
though?
well, like, yeah,
Well,
because
exactly. You just got to the lodgings. We can do the Kara's House of Repose first. Who all is there right now?
I am.
I am.
So if you want to give me your
I
actual
believe
player name.
everyone but
Turambar.
Vile.
Turambar. Well, Violin, I think.
Twilight.
Twilight.
Maybe?
No, I ended up going with Tree.
Oh, so I'm
you did?
alone.
Okay.
That's fine.
All right.
I'm being alone at.
Perfect. So you guys all kind of walk in, approach the front counter. There's a gentleman there with a long beard and basically what looks like a cowboy hat, and he's got a guitar that he's slowly plucking away at behind the bar stool or behind the bar top.
Out of character. Does this nicer establishment happen to have a garden?
I mean, there's definitely some. I guess they have flower clippings and that sort of thing that they kind of put out on the tables. It's more indoorsy. There might be like a small row of either a hedge or a garden out in the front, in front of it. That they take the flowers from.
So I'm
daily.
fine just standing out in the garden overnight.
You're standing in the flower pot that is literally the size of your foot. I mean, it's not a big garden. Like they have.
Yeah, I just mean I don't really need a room. Okay, we're going in. We gotta talk to people. Let's do that.
Okay, you can do that. I mean, if you want to stand outside, you're more than welcome to stand outside for the night. But
Well, I wouldn't just awkwardly stand outside while everyone else went inside. So
Okay.
I'd go in with
I'm gonna walk in and wave at or hail the bartender.
he looks at you with a big smile, waves back, and continues plucking at his guitar.
Hello, can we get a room for the night?
Sure.
How much would that cost?
Whatever the medium establishment would cost in the player's handbook that I totally had prepared and then forgot about. So I think it's
I can get that.
there's a page on it that I had it open to and I closed it because I was looking at something else. Shoot. And Valiers would be a low end establishment.
I don't know how much that cost me, but.
It's cheaper.
Oh really?
Yeah. On the order of copper, so it's not like it's the end of the world, I don't think. Looking at expenses,
More
where are
than
those
copper.
at? What?
More than copper.
Oh, well, what page is it on?
Modest is 5 silver in stay. Poor is 1 silver in stay.
Alright, 1 silver then. My bad. 10 copper.
So 5 silver for each of us.
Yep.
Okay.
Sorry, how much is it for me?
1.
Well, one silver. Damn.
5 silver is, or 10 silver is 1 gold, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's
So what-
correct.
What page was that on?
158.
I don't have the page.
158?
I have
Thank
it
you.
on my DM screen.
Oh, okay. There it
Which I
is.
just opened up real quick.
Perfect. Anything else I can do for you, gentlemen?
I am totally okay
We already
going to the cheaper
ate,
place
and we
in
had,
the
like,
future.
We had like food kind of at or refreshments at Syndra's place, right?
Yeah, we'd have had something that would have constituted for a meal for the day, yeah.
Okay. And it's like 2 a.m. or something.
It's
Hank goes
yeah,
to sleep.
early.
Yeah, I'm just gonna the 5 silver. Or can I count money?
That's
Question.
That is a good question.
true.
I'm gonna say that you can probably make by if Tree is there with you, but if you're alone, you might have to make a roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like this is a question
I
for
mean,
you. Can
you
you
also-
count,
well,
or
we-
am I our
I think
treasurer?
we also established that you can count, but you have to use like your fingers if you want advantage on the check.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will,
we had
about
discussed
me?
this a while ago. I think
with
fingers
Tree
can
watching carefully because we're accustomed to doing this, I will count out the money, and he will watch and make sure I'm doing it correctly.
Or I can just hand over 1 gold for the both of us.
That
Sure.
also works.
I'll just do that. I'll hand over 1 gold
Alright.
and say it's for the 2 of us.
Yeah, I'm gonna go upstairs room and go to sleep.
I'm assuming we have shared rooms.
If you would like to share a room, then you might be able to get away with that, but it's going to cost about the same for each person. He's not going to
Well-
give any discounts.
Okay, well, I'll just share a room with Twy because I just need to
Yeah,
stand in the
same.
corner. I don't actually
Okay.
need a bed.
All right.
Seeing Tree hand over 1 gold, I also hand over 1 gold.
The man behind the desks hands you back 5 silver.
I take it and thank him.
A very honest businessman.
Do I notice this exchange?
Yeah, because I don't think you've gone upstairs yet.
Yeah. I'm gathering hints that Hank might need a little bit of help.
Only a lot
I mean,
of it.
technically, we only have gold pieces, so
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I just pay and then go up to my room and go straight to sleep.
Perfect.
I as well.
All right. Else want to do anything
Super boring.
crazy?
I'll open my window so that my crow or my raven can come in the morning.
Well, he's been flying around this whole time.
He hasn't been eaten by pterodactyls yet?
They- you have not seen any of those flying around in the city, strangely enough. Yeah. Anyone else want to do anything, or is that here? Turambar, when you get to your establishment, the day is basically just breaking.
You meant Karangar.
Karangar, my bad. Karangar, when you get to your establishment, the day is basically just breaking.
Then I'm gonna
And it
walk
looks
in.
like people are walking out of the establishment like they're just getting done partying.
That's fine. I'm just gonna walk in, and is the bartender who I've seen who I've had a little bit of a rapport with? Is he
This
there?
is not the normal bartender because it's early in the morning. His shift would normally be during the typical evening shift.
Damn it.
But this is his assistant. You probably would have been aware of his assistant. It's the same assistant he's had for forever. But she does recognize you.
Gonna wave as I kind of walk down and sit in one of the bar stools in front of her.
Mm-hmm. What can I get you, honey?
Something strong.
So you would be aware that your establishment was probably the only one that had a lot of refreshments from mainland.
Mhm.
And so what she hands you is a special Chultian drink that I have notes on.
Oh boy.
It's not anything crazy. It's just I'm going to describe it to you.
It's gonna make a backpack explode. I already see it happening.
You're a man in the corner, busking.
Kill him.
he throws fucking
Next
backpack
time
full of the
is an unarmed
volatile
man
whiskey
in robes.
over the edge.
It's an unarmed man standing next to another unarmed man
Menacingly.
in front of a fire pit
Menacing.
that you have been told are bandits but have no information otherwise.
I was
What's
paid to kill him, so I killed him.
Oh boy. Where is it? Basically, it's like a honeyed wine. It's
Okay.
more of a mead than anything else. It's this very special drink to Chult, though.
How much does it cost me?
That I will give you momentarily. Hedge, there it is. An amber-colored fermented drink made from honey. It's more popular on Chult than beer or ale. Costs 4 copper pieces. 40 in Zaro.
Sorry,
Yeah,
how much?
4 copper.
4 copper? Okay. I'm gonna also ask her. So, have you seen? Because these are people that were from my old establishment as well. I'm just gonna ask her, has she seen any? You can look for their names in my bio. Have you seen any of the my old friends come around here ever since the incident at the Scale and Ale?
It explains to you that they've kind of split up. They have either joined other factions, mercenary factions, and gone back to that way of life, or they have found work elsewhere.
You know where they've gone specifically? Gonna look for Darinder, the captain that I served under. It's gonna be the one I'm looking for the most.
He has not seen or heard from him since the incident.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of keep asking her and get the names of the other people. You can deal with that later though. See if she knows where any of those gone. And after that's all over, I'm gonna drop
that now.
Oh, you can. You have that.
Yep. Let's see here. Verindar, we talked about. She doesn't know anything about Creed Tech. She heard that he went to the Flaming Fists in Fort Bellerin.
Mm-hmm.
Cortec and Mutek, basically they went and basically clean up near the Coliseum. They handle some of the Coliseum tasks. Eldegar. See, he went to work with his Zentarum. And Cartool, he's not heard from or seen.
Thanks. I'm gonna see that it's already light outside. Like, well, shit, better go meet him. And I'm gonna slide an additional silver piece across the table to her, just asking her to keep her eyes open, keep her ears open. If any of them come back, say I'm looking for him.
He thanks you kindly, and we'll do that.
Since it's pretty much daybreak, I'm gonna go ahead without sleeping. I know that's gonna make me fucking hurt. But
you incur 1 level of exhaustion.
Yes, I do. Go to the repose or something repose, which I've never gone to before.
What repose?
And that the other people are at.
Oh, the Kaya's repose? Yeah. Okay. You walk in, you see the same gentleman sitting there with a cowboy hat on, still plucking away at his guitar.
I'm just gonna ask him, have you seen I'm gonna describe some of the individuals in our party coming through.
He kind of points you up the stairs.
Okay. I'm just gonna wait down here for him. I don't need to go upstairs. Just gonna kind of sit on a chair and wait.
As you wish.
Sleeping's for the weak.
You can get a chair nap in.
It's a short
I
rest.
assume we're all pretty tired. And
I'll grant you a
it's
short
fine.
rest, but anything beyond that, no.
Yeah, that's fine. It's not. I don't expect to recover a point of fatigue from sleeping in a chair.
Right. So, those of you who need to sleep for a full, long rest period of time, which I believe is like 8 hours, you guys do wake up, basically brunch, morning time. If you can wake up earlier than that, you are free to meet with Krengar down in the main area, have breakfast, etc.
Yeah, I'd probably be the first one to wander down and head outside, like stand out front or
Yeah,
something.
I would also wake up pretty early, do my half-hour of meditation, and then head down.
Because I only need 4 hours.
Kind of wave you guys as you come down the stairs.
Hello.
Yep.
Good to see you made your way here.
Yeah, I had some unattended business that I needed to take care of.
Fruitful night.
Yes, actually.
Good
It was
to
pretty
hear.
late in the night anyway, so...
Is there like someone waitress coming around or anything like that, or
It's
bar
pretty much
maiden?
just it's currently just the guy that's plucking the guitar. There's
Okay.
not anyone else that's really up and awake right now. It seems like the restaurant area, or where you maybe get more of the food type of stuff, is in the building next door. There's a little walkway between the two buildings, so in the same building, but there's a
I
separate
finish
area.
up my prayers and I also come down the stairs.
It's like the inn and tavern are separated.
Okay, I'm gonna walk on over to the food area.
I eventually come downstairs as well, by the way.
Cool.
Hank's the lazy one in the group.
I'm Go over to the tavern and ask for a giant bucket of water.
Damn it, Balby.
The guy with the cowboy hat nods to you and starts filling up a bucket. Doesn't ask for anything in exchange for it, just fills up the bucket and gives it to you.
Cool.
Wow, free water.
Hey, you guys paid 5 silver. It's a nice establishment.
So I'll head downstairs once my 8 hours is up.
Okay. You would have come down about the same time that Hank would have.
Yep. Probably have my
Alright, you guys...
raven sitting on my
There's a free-
shoulder as I wander downstairs.
Are we all kind of sitting in the restaurant area then? Or the
well...
cafe, whatever it's called.
Well, actually happens to be called Kaya's Restaurant.
Alright. Is that the food included with a night's stay, or do we have to pay
If you're
separately?
going to the restaurant, it's not. If you're just going to grab a piece of bread from the bar or something like that, it probably would be.
So if
I'm
you
gonna
want
I'll
real
walk
food,
up to the
you're gonna
bar
have
and
to buy it.
ask, so what kind of food do you have for breakfast?
Well, restaurant's right around there. If you want to know anything about the restaurant, let me know. Happy to talk about it. And if you need anything else, I got some bread here, a little bit of butter. Get you going in the morning. Not really gonna stick to your ribs though. If you know what I mean.
I'm gonna head
And
to
if
the
you
restaurant.
need anything else, my name's Arlo, and you can ask me anything else you need to know. He goes back to
Alright,
the
thank
car.
you. I'm gonna head to the restaurant and ask what kind of meats they have and breakfast dishes.
There's a
I
couple
follow
of.
him.
So there's dinosaur eggs they have for breakfast.
Ooh.
They have some they have some bacon, but it's not like pig bacon or pork bacon. It's definitely comes from one of the dinosaurs. And they have the general like meat and potatoes style breakfast.
I'll ask for like the eggs and bacon.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd head
I'd
over.
ask for the same thing.
I'd ask for like a soft-boiled dinosaur egg, and order a cup of coffee.
But the egg that you get is as big as your head.
Perfect. Perfect.
You think Denny's Grand Slam breakfast?
And do you have milk?
He kind of looks at you a little bit funny, and says no.
He's new here.
Slightly disappointed. Oh, do you have any sort of mead?
She does, and she looks at you funny because it's in the morning. But if you want it, she will give it to you.
Yep.
Okay, so you're gonna get a glass of the Tej as well.
Okay,
You're gonna warm it up first.
So that's 5 copper alone.
it's fine.
And
I
then
will
the
have
rest of
Tree
you
help me.
will be charged 3 silver for the meal breakfast.
Yeah, I think we'll assume that if I'm nearby Twy and he's handling money, I will
You're
double
counting it
check
out?
things, or he will just like ask me to do it for him.
Yeah, I'll count it out as I can, and if he sees an error, he'll kind of subtly just fix it.
All right.
I will consistently pay the same amount as Tree.
This
Alright,
is
so
gonna be
3
great.
silver plus
Perfect.
3 copper, or 5 copper?
3 silver, and then I think it's 5 copper. Let me double check that. Do buying a thing. 4 copper.
I'll also be having a meal. So is it 3 copper or 3 silver? You said?
3 silver for the meal, and if you want Tej, it's going to be an additional 4 copper.
No Donka.
Otherwise, the water is free, and they have basically some fresh squeezed fruit juice of some variety, local to Chult. So that would all be included in the cost of the meal.
Well, I guess we should probably go get our equipment back, right?
Sounds like a capital idea.
Absolutely.
I'd like to see the dinosaurs again, too, on the way out.
You'll be seeing plenty of dinosaurs where we're going.
Really?
Yes! But you'll probably be killing them
Wonderful.
too.
Oh.
Oh dear, I hope so.
A lot of good meat on him, though.
So at the mention of dinosaurs, the waitress lady, who appears to be very nice, asks if you've seen the dinosaur races in Chult.
Oh, have we ever?
I've seen one of them,
No.
but I'd love to see more.
Well, you guys are in
I have not.
Unfortunately, no, I've never seen one. No.
they happen every week. And you guys are lucky in that 2 days from now they're having the weekly race.
That's a shame. We might
Wonderful.
actually be out of town 2 days from now.
Looks like you where are you going?
Somewhere I don't want to go, but we have to go there regardless.
She looks at you like you're crazy.
Is it like shrug?
No, she just looks at you like you're crazy. Shakes her head a little bit, maybe. That's about it.
And kind of like,
At him like he's crazy.
kind of like go look at everybody else. Like, we have a job to do, people. Come on.
That's why we're getting the equipment.
I
We
know.
also have absolutely
I'm eagerly
no
gonna ask
lead
her-
actually leading us out of the city yet.
Well, we
where-
have to find a guide, and we have to have that guide take us to Camp Vengeance, and then set
Where's
up
the
from
best
there.
place to see the dinosaur races, or to see the dinosaurs ahead of time?
Well, as luckily it shows the right establishment. The race course actually goes right in front of our building here, from the dinosaur
Ooh.
pits. We have seating up on top, and we offer refreshments as you're watching.
I look excitedly at Tree.
Well, this
We
is
definitely have to see
fascinating,
a
but
dinosaur
I am
race.
going to
This is
be on my
great.
way. And I stand up and walk on out and head over to
I stand up and follow him. Like, thank you,
Yep.
thank
Right
you.
behind him.
I guess we're all heading to Vivaldi's.
Is there anywhere I could find a book of dinosaur species with all the names and
You
the different
can't
types?
read.
I know, Tree can though.
I think there's a merchant wandering through town that's got a book like that you're looking for.
Like a specific merchant, or just I could find it somewhere.
He's heard of a merchant that's selling books in town that seem to be
Okay.
talking all about the different species and varieties of animals and things that are native to the area.
Thank you.
We'll find it.
I guess I'll follow everyone else out.
Yeah, we should head out so we can go.
All right, so you guys are walking to Voldy's.
Yep, strolling along.
Perfect. So you get there. You realize this is the Colosseum.
Neato.
Where the mark pointed on the map. Vivaldi seems to be just inside the Colosseum, and it looks like it's near the entryway where the contestants or people who are competing would be taken.
Okay, well, I find
And
someone I
on,
can...
above it, there is a very large, flashy sign, and in very glamorous and ridiculous writing, it says Vivaldi's equipment rental and storage. For all of your equipment needs, see Vivaldi.
Oh,
I ignore the sign.
I'll just go
I
in.
head in and look for someone to hand my paper to, my receipt to.
Point twice to the
Welcome!
appropriate
Come on
building.
in, sit down. Oh wait, no, there's no chair. Stand up. Good. Come in. Welcome, Vivaldi's. What can I do for you?
I
Silently hand him my receipt.
I'm here for some things, especially my book.
I
Very
should
important
mention
book.
also that. Right. I should mention also that this man that you see in front of you is definitely standing on top of a step ladder behind the counter, and he is definitely gnome.
Oh,
Tiny flamboyant
fellow,
gnome.
fellow
Tiny,
traveler.
very.
I didn't expect to see one of my kind around here.
Hello. Yes, I'm happy to see you. What can Vivaldi do for you?
Well, I have this paper here. You see, I seem to have got myself in trouble in town,
Oh,
and now I'm
yes,
out, and
good.
I'm looking for my things. Yes.
Good, very good. You've come to the right place. He takes the piece of paper from you, and he looks over it very quickly, and he yells into the back, Boris! Boris, lot 262! Thank you, Boris! Wait right there.
I'm gonna walk up and give him a big smile. Good morning. I have a paper too. And hand it to him.
Hello, my furry friend. Welcome. He takes the piece of paper from you. Boris! Boris, yes! 285! Thank you!
I follow their lead and also hand the paper over.
He proceeds to take everyone's paper and or basically yell at Boris, whoever that is.
The numbers.
The various numbers.
AC goes up, boys.
You assume
Stayed
much.
exactly
So
the same.
when he comes back, or when when Boris, who you now know is an unseen servant, comes
Oh.
out, it's basically a floating bags are coming out from the back of the room, and they're coming and laying down on the desk, and he's calling you up one by one. Give me a second because I have to get to your actual things that I gave you. So, Archibald,
shit
you
would
got
not
first.
Mhm.
He opens your bag, and he asks you to verify that everything is there, that you that was on your sheet. And indeed, you find that the case is that it's all there, everything, including your book, just as you had given it to the people at the prison.
I pull my book out and kiss it, and
Curious book. I read it myself. Very good writing. Very good.
I think I try very hard. I try very hard. You know, penmanship is a very important skill. Very, very dear skill.
I
But
agree.
I
No
thank
one
you for
knows
taking
literature
care of my
anymore.
book so very well for me, and yes, many thanks, good sir. Many thanks. Everything
5
looks
copper.
to be in order.
Yeah,
He says penmanship, nod my head vigorously.
he asks you for 5 copper for the service fee.
For a copper? Oh,
5 copper.
Oh, 5 copper. So
Yep.
yeah, I'll give him a piece of silver.
All right. He takes the silver and he assumes that the rest of it is a tip and doesn't hand any change back. Like blatantly does not realize that you're not giving him a tip. That was not the intention.
I sit there for a second looking at him, and then I think, sure.
Thank you,
why
friend.
not?
Very much
Very-
appreciated.
Well, you know, you took care of my book very well, and that is well worth 5 copper. So, or 9 coppers.
Indeed. Very
9
cheap, very
coppers.
cheap, very good.
Very much worth it. Yes, dear. If my stuff should ever end up here again, you know, I will always
Please.
tip well for my book.
For all your storage needs, choose Vivaldi's.
Yes, indeed.
Tell your friends. Vivaldi's always open for business. 9 to 5 weekdays.
Okay, so I just set about organizing my gear and equipping it.
All right, perfect. Here he calls up Rengar next.
I walk up.
He displays a satchel, and the glaive and maul are missing. Everything else is there.
I'm gonna look at my receipt and say, sir, this receipt says there's supposed to be a glaive and maul in storage. I don't see a glaive and maul here.
Well, they weren't. Let me check. Boris, yes, problem. Check the register. Maybe it was rented. No. What kind of Mickey Mouse operation are we running here, Boris? And he looks back at you and apologizes, and he says that he will waive the storage fee.
Sir, so no, that's unacceptable. The cost of the items lost were much greater than the storage rate, and in fact, no, sir, my friend over here, and I point to our tree, almost found one of his beloved items in the trash pit eaten by an Utyu. Do you know what kind of image
I know
that
at this
gives
point,
to
I
a
am not
certain
responsible for what
business?
the
At
people
this
use
point,
the
I'm going to
weapons
step
for.
forward and just drop my greatsword on the desk in front of him, and just be like, "This would be the item in question."
Do you know what sort of image that puts onto a business much like your own, where somebody is possibly entrusting you with some of their vital equipment for a while, for whatever?
Listen, you all signed the paperwork. You all signed. I have the paperwork. You all signed. I will
Show me
take
the
this to
paperwork.
magistrate. If you do not receive the belongings as are in the terms and conditions of your contract,
Did I
He
actually
brings
sign a
out- he
contract with this
unfurls
person?
A very long contract with all sorts of terms and conditions that are listed down, and he points specifically to the one that he is talking about, where it says that he is not responsible for any belongings that were either taken from his establishment through magic means, or were secured through, or were lost or are taken away by someone who had rented the equipment.
This
And
is a
there's
shoddy
also an agreement there
operation.
that says that your equipment is allowed to be rented.
Okay, out of character. Did I ever actually sign this release?
You don't recall signing it, but there was a lot of paperwork you guys signed before you got taken to prison and after your items were taken away from you.
It's
It
kind
was a
of like
long legal procedure, and if you really wanted to talk about if you had the swaggle or talk your way out of any certain terms and conditions, you can sure try. But there was a very long list of these, and he is very adamant that you sign the paperwork that says, and he says this equipment was never rented. It was always here. It was always locked up in the safe. He goes through this whole process about how it could not be taken away by any other means than a magical means.
Karangar, weren't you using a glaive yesterday?
yeah, I pulled it out of one of the
One of the trash
carts, one of the trash carts. Didn't you see it was all rusted and pitted? Pretty poorly maintained.
We don't use those in the Colosseum.
I pulled it out of there, you know? I don't know where you fucking... If you don't use it in the Coliseum, then why keeping it? That's just a net loss for you in terms of... Never mind, fuck it. You know what? You just run a shoddy business, like everybody else in the city, and I just walk out with my bag.
He turns to the tree, Orn, who had definitely had very different circumstances. And he calls back to Boris. Again, same thing, check the register. This time it comes back that it was taken out and never returned, and he apologizes greatly to you and tries to reimburse you for the cost of the sword, which, because it was just listed as a large carving, he gives you 1 gold piece for it.
I'm just gonna take it, shake my head, and walk out.
All right, with the rest of your equipment too as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna take all my stuff.
Definitely all there.
Also, note I added. It's not on the itemized receipt because I forgot to add my notebook to my players, to my
Your notebook is among the belongings.
player sheet.
That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. So just noting I added that. Okay.
All right. So Hank, he invites you up to come to the desk, and he has your bag there, and there are 2 light crossbows in there.
Alright, that looks like everything. Is this the place where we buy ammo, by the way?
Age, they're not hand crossbows. They're 2 light crossbows. They're
Oh,
one-headed crossbows. 2-headed crossbows.
that is very different.
I want to make sure you, as a out of character, were aware that there was a change.
Wait, what's the difference?
Light
Light crossbows,
crossbow
not
versus
hand
hand
crossbows.
crossbow.
Yeah, he had 2 hand crossbows, but it's in the bag is just 2 light crossbows.
These
Oh.
are clearly not the correct items.
He looks at your sheet and says, "Look, it's right here, crossbow. X2."
Mine are supposed to be hand weapons.
Boris! Boris, yes! Check the register! Oh, okay. And he comes back to you and says, "I am very sorry, big confusion." He takes the bag away from you, and he says that your equipment has been rented out today. It will be back here in the evening. He apologizes and says that he will waive the convenience fee for the storage.
Man, this guy does run a terrible business.
Thank you. Come again. Tell your friends. Vivaldi's storage rental. We take care of you here. Okay, good. Next. Let's see here. I have a Twilight.
Yes, that would be me.
He unfurls the bag. There, instead of your clawed gauntlets, there are 2 heavily armored, like plate steel gauntlets.
These are not the correct gauntlets.
Christ, you know how to run a business, man!
Boris, help! Help me, Boris! We have screwed up big time on this one. Big time. No, bigger than the other deal.
Boris!
No, it's not a big deal, but mine are supposed to be... There's these special cloud gauntlets that were specially made. They have spikes on the end.
Yes, I have seen these gauntlets. Rented out today. They'll be back this evening, I promise you. We will find them and we will bring them back.
Okay. Well, what time in the evening will they be back?
Closing? They have to be back by closing or they're charged an additional fee.
Okay, I will come back
Boris
in the
runs a
evening.
very good business, very tight ship here.
I like shake my head.
Alright, everything else is there, though.
Everything else is there, yeah.
Okay.
And then finally, Turumbar. He invites you
I'm
up.
ready.
There's a very fancy painted shield in the belongings. It does not have the symbol that you were expecting on it. That's a very different symbol. That kind of looks like a unicorn on a rainbow.
Oh, good.
How does a lawful good boy react to this?
Oh, great.
And
I
where
forgot-
would my shield be?
This is not your shield? It says on your receipt, painted shield. This shield and it's
It is
painted.
not.
Only painted. Boris! Damn it! How can I make a business run like this? Boris! This was your job, your response. Oh, he's back there. Okay, good. I will tell him. Thank you. You have saved me, Boris. And he tells you that there is a group of people training right now in the Colosseum, and they are who has rented your equipment, and is they have the shield, claw gauntlets, and the hand crossbows.
Where?
He points directly to the champions room in the Colosseum.
Is that in the main
Thank
Coliseum?
you. I'm sitting there.
Yeah, basically, if you're looking at the map, if you walk down this way, the practice grounds are right back here.
Oh, that's
Okay.
what that is.
Do
So
we,
this
do
Colosseum
we
is
still
mainly
have
where like
the
the
receipt
goods
on
and
us,
stuff are
though?
sold. If you want to ask him for the receipt, you're happy to. You can be given the receipt, but basically he's taken the receipts and he's going to hang on to them.
But everything else was there, right?
Everything else was there, yeah.
I got back my shield, correct?
Yep.
Like, is it actually the right shield?
It's the right shield. It looks like it's been used. There's a few more dents and scratches on it than before, but shield.
Because I
could-
wanted my shield to be, just match my sword, sort of. But
Oh, you wanted it to be
nothing
wood?
special. Not necessarily wood, but that would make sense, I guess. Well, no, it wouldn't. Because
No. So-
great swords made out of wood.
Right. So you're
Can't mix
You're-
those.
right. So your shield is yours. It's recognizable as yours. In fact, all of the rest of your equipment, if you inspect it carefully, there might be some chips in it. A few things that were there that were not before, like scratches or dings. They've been used. Most of them have, obviously, with the exception of like magical items like the wizard's book. It's been read through maybe, but its binding is still mostly intact and fine. But your equipment has definitely been used in this Colosseum before.
I'm gonna ask him. Could I take these gauntlets and go trade them out with the people who are borrowing my correct ones right now?
No, I will have the gauntlets here for you.
That's not an option.
I already left, so...
Yeah, if you left, I'm
He's
following
gone.
Turambar.
He's
I was like,
gone.
I see Turambar like walking. I was like, no, don't get us arrested today. We just got out, and I'm gonna walk down after Turambar.
Yeah, I'm gonna head out
I'm gonna-
too. I would
I'm gonna
definitely-
thank him and then
yeah.
head out. I'll follow Drumbar.
All right, so you're all heading towards the Grand Colosseum.
Yeah, I'll just
Yes.
follow while,
All right,
organizing
so
my
you
pouch.
see, in combat, there are two rather large individuals. They seem to be practicing, doing some blows, doing some choreography, that sort of thing. They're kind of out in the middle of the Colosseum. You're up on some of the ladders as you enter the Colosseum, or where the actual grounds are, and there is someone watching them from the top kind of sitting in with the hood over their head.
Perception check. Can I?
Yeah.
To see who this person is.
Oh well. So what are you trying to tell that's not been told to you before?
Like if I've ever seen this person, or if I know who they would be by like
They look
ornamentation.
like someone that would be the bookie at. The
Oh, it's just
Coliseum.
the bookie. Well, that's a fucking
Yes.
waste of a nat 20, but okay. It works.
Hey, you know the shit out of that.
Yeah,
Dude,
you
I
Well-
definitely can tell that they're the bookie, even though they have the hood on over their chest.
I was planning on finding out how people fight in the Coliseum anyway.
You might find out
So,
sooner than you think. So what are you guys doing?
So there's people fighting. Is there like
now, like, oh god.
is there like a pile of equipment anywhere, or are they just practicing? It's not actually being watched by anyone, right?
Well, it seems to be being watched by this bookie. There's no one else in this area besides the people that are training. The equipment looks like, I mean, you can see that the claw gauntlets are actually sitting back a little bit from the Coliseum. They're not actively using those right now. They look like they're sitting up on a table. The hand crossbows
Do I
are
see
hanging
my
off.
shield?
Your shield is hanging off of the larger gladiator's arm right now. He's actively using your shield.
Beeline.
So you drop over the edge. It's about maybe a 10-foot drop from the. It's easy enough to jump down without taking damage, I'll say. But you can definitely make the leap down into the pit.
Quick question, Green. You said that guy gave me a satchel, right? So that like a burlap sack sort of deal with my stuff in it.
He opened up a
Vivaldi?
sack, which is basically a cloth that was holding your items in it. There wasn't anything.
Oh,
special
do I have
about
the
it.
cloth right now?
No, you took the items and left the cloth.
I would, if I had the choice, I would have taken the cloth.
You would
But
not have
if-
another choice. The Vivaldi would
Okay.
have taken the cloth away.
He's stingy.
Okay, if that's the case, I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick like rip off of one of my shirts and just kind of like cover my hands essentially, so that they're not. So in case I need to summon them all, I'm not immediately touching acid if it happens to be on it.
Okay.
Well, hold
Guess
on.
we
I
all
guess
have
I
to do
won't
some hand
jump
wraps.
in quite yet.
Okay.
The table is just sitting down there, like on the side.
It's behind, so it's the order is bookie, edge of the Coliseum, people fighting, table on the other side of the Coliseum.
I'm just gonna start walking around
if you
the
had
back of the
sprinted
Coliseum.
to it in a turn, you could get there.
I'm just gonna start walking around, like still on the upper part of the Coliseum, but around toward the back, so I can jump down and grab it.
Okay.
I'm just kind of wandering along behind Twy, like cleaning my shield off.
All right.
And do we see where the two hand crossbows are at?
They are hanging off of the individual's hip that does not have your shield.
Does the bookie see us coming in?
The bookie notices the two of you that are wandering around the outside of the Coliseum and kind of follows you quizzically.
I wave at him and keep going.
It's not a him.
Okay, so why would she be confused by people looking at these two fighting?
The rest of the Coliseum is empty.
We just wandered in the middle of the day and started wandering around.
There's not a fight today. They're just practicing.
Oh, okay.
Atypical.
Alright, when I get around to the other side, I'm just gonna hop over, walk up to the table, and switch the gauntlets for the ones that I was given.
Make me a stealth check if you're trying to conceal yourself.
I'm not trying to be stealthy at all, I'm just walking
Alright.
in.
The two people who are in the Coliseum yell at you to stop right there, what you're doing, and don't steal their
This
equipment,
again?
basically. And they're going to ask you what the hell you're trying to do, or what you're trying to pull.
Oh, you see, these are my lids.
No, we went to Vivaldi's and paid for those ourselves. We're renting for today.
Yes, I gave you the other ones. Here, switching them. These ones are mine.
You don't have the other ones.
Yeah, Vivaldi gave me the 3 ones, right?
No. He
No.
took those and said he's going to keep them there.
Oh, we did?
Definitely did.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was,
okay, dang.
Like, that was made clear.
I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm just gonna grab them. No, these are my gauntlets.
But tell you what. You challenge one of us, and we'll give you the gauntlets.
I
Well,
jumped down.
And we'll pay the fee for losing them to Vivaldi. You win. You don't
How much
win.
is the How much
you
is the
owe
fee?
us 10 gold. He doesn't
How
tell you
much-
what the fee is. He
How about I
makes that
just-
offer.
How about I give you 10 gold and I get the gauntlets back?
Thinks for a second. I'd rather have the fight.
I
You can make a
jumped
persuasion- If you want to
down.
make a persuasion check of some time, you can. Or maybe sweeten the pot, get an advantage or something like that. So as you're doing that, as you're shouting at that, Guardian, you do jump down.
I
And-
follow Turnbar down. I'm like,
I follow Guardian.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
you have friends, do ya? Oh, this will be a glorious fight. We thought we were going to
Yes,
just make
these are
it
my
easy 10
these are
gold.
my friends.
I'm gonna jump down behind Twy and just like stand there with my big ass sword.
you know, I never did like you gladiator types. Much more like ballerinas than actual fighters.
Oh, we got a mouth on this.
You see, I was actually curious how you guys fight here, so this is just extra fun.
A man after our own hearts. Haha. Honorable opponent. This will be glorious.
I'm just like sitting down, like on the edge of the pit, like thumbing through my book.
Watching.
You should definitely make a
I'm not
bet with
even
the bookie.
watching.
You should
I'm
just
just
go
like
there.
thumbing through my book.
What's the bookie
My
doing?
spell book.
We're all just like, hey, we got out of jail. Let's
So the
fight
bookie,
some fucking gladiators.
looks around and sees Uber and sits down next to him and starts talking with him.
Hello there,
Um,
friend.
So you see that gladiator in the middle there?
Yes.
And she's pointing to the larger one that has Guardian Shield. See, he owes me some money. I was hoping I could maybe find someone else to do this, but you guys seem like a maybe capable group. You guys defeat him, and you collect his debt to me. I'll be willing to give you 10% of what that debt is.
And how much would that be?
10%, 500 gold, 50.
50 gold?
I mean, you guys seem to be able to do it anyway. It's easy 50 gold for you, from what I see.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Yeah, sure.
We have an accord. And she reaches out, she puts her hand out.
Yeah, I shake
Good.
it.
I'll be
Fake
waiting
gnomes
out by
are evil.
Vivaldi's when you resolve this. Then she leaves.
Are we supposed to kill them or defeat them?
No.
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 I think we're
Does,
gonna beat the crap out of them.
Did we
until
hear
it's
this
clear
conversation,
that
or is
we've
that
won.
It
Was
was
that just Uber?
definitely quiet and definitely just to Uber.
Okay.
You guys are definitely all in the pit and engaged in the conversation and loud conversation because these guys are loud.
I'm
They're
just gonna,
used to performing for an audience of a large size who was very loud as well. And they
I'm just
don't
gonna
have
put the gun. Sorry, go ahead.
they don't have like the control of their voices is like they have two settings. And the settings are loud and louder
Perfect.
They just have their stage voice.
versus their normal voice, which is also yelling. Yes.
Yeah.
Why is everybody yelling? Hey, well, so since I've wrapped my hands, I just kind of want to see if this is. I mean, no, I'll keep this till later. I won't do anything with this part yet.
I'm just gonna grab both the gauntlets, hook them onto my belt, and set down 10 gold, and then step back.
This one is a funny one, right?
They're not gonna spare you, boyo. They want that fight.
Well, he
Why would I
says,
fight?
if you put down 15 gold, we'll leave you alone. You can run away.
Don't you do
Makes
it?
sense there.
I'm,
I
I'm,
look at
well,
Tree.
there's two of them
He's-
there.
Is 15 more than 10?
Yes, but I don't think you need to give them gold.
Okay.
You should keep your gold.
You
That's-
stay out
that's
of this,
not how
man. We're
this is
dealing with
going
this
to
one
go.
right now. We'll deal with you later.
Yeah.
15 gold. You can have the gauntlets, and you can run away.
I yell out, "What, are you too afraid to fight him?" You know, what, you're gonna take 15 gold? You're not afraid? Taking money instead of a
15?
fight? What's wrong with you?
Look, there's plenty of people to fight here. If you want to fight, we'll give you a fight. But, I
Afraid
mean,
of a
this
kitty
man-
cat, are you?
No, this man is clearly a weakling. He's a wimp. Look at him. He's so slender, so
Come on,
tiny.
Twy.
Did
Come on,
someone
Twy. Don't let
feed
him
him?
beat you.
Whose job is it to feed him? Kind of looks at you guys expectantly.
I just raised my hand.
The tree trying to feed the cat. They laugh at this really heartily.
I don't really care. I mean, I've been a monk. I'm kind of trained in mental discipline, so I just
I'm
kind of
gonna go
shrug
ahead.
and say, have a good day.
While they're doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and just pick up a bit of dirt and
You sit down the 15 copper or not, Twilight?
No, I just
50 gold.
I put the 10 down. The 10 gold.
Crossbow bolt comes right at you.
come on, Twy.
It
Let's
misses on
fight this
purpose,
shit.
but it comes right at you as you're in the direction you're walking away.
Does it hit me?
No, it misses you, but it on purpose, and it went right next to you. And he says, "Stop right there! 15 gold, and you can run away." What are you doing?
I'm picking as he's doing this. I'm basically picking up a bit of dust off the ground and casting Long Stride on myself.
Does he notice you're casting this, or what?
He
it's-
could
the
if he
components.
sees. It's me picking up some dirt.
What are the components for the spell?
It's a VSM, so it's all the components.
So there is a verbal component. You
Yeah,
have
it's
to
like
make
it's a mumble.
gesture.
It's a mumble, and the gesture's literally just picking the dirt and throwing it up into the air. So
Right. I'll give him disadvantage on hearing it, but they definitely have a chance to hear it.
that's fine. It'd be more that they'd see it than hear it.
Well, they're looking at
Oh,
Twilight, which is
okay,
opposite
then
of
yeah,
you
that's
right
fair.
now.
I guess that's fair.
So, perception is wisdom, right? Yeah.
Yes, it is.
So the one that just shot the bolt at Twilight does not see it. The other gladiator spins around and is ready to fight. Roll initiative.
All of us?
Yep.
Alright.
Oops.
So is that a 22 or an 18?
It's 22. 18
Okay.
is the tiebreaker, based on your dexterity.
Is dex get?
Also,
is
you're
that
not, wait before you roll initiative. I fucked up. Give me a second.
God damn it!
We need the initiative tracker.
Yeah, and you also need to be on the right page. Otherwise, it doesn't matter. Okay.
Why is
Now
Twilight
you
on the?
can-
Wait, there was a map the whole time?
What do you mean?
There's no map, it's just
This
like...
is not a map. This is literally just a
Battle.
grid.
Yeah,
Oh.
big battle grid.
Oh, I actually
Where's
would have
the-
gotten. I would have recovered some hit points from a short
Oh, my
rest
bad.
last night. So what do you
Where's the edge of
recover?
the Coliseum?
Basically, Lord is at the edge of the Coliseum. He's on a bench next to it.
What do you recover for a short rest?
And you're on the opposite end.
You can spend a hit die.
Dice.
Okay, so I can just regain 1d10.
Yep.
Oh, that's right.
Just from last night, essentially. 'cause
Also,
I did
remember,
take
you can
damage.
only gain half your hit dice back on a long rest.
Are we all in the correct position right now?
So I gained 2 hit points. Is that a plus my
if you
constitution?
if you want to dispute one of the positions you're in, let me know. I'll move you. But
Am I against
Roughly.
the back edge of the Coliseum, or am I in the middle?
the table was basically 15 feet away from them or so, and you had just started walking away.
I would like to say that I was close to Turambar. Like I was following Turambar in. Like, god damn it, no,
Okay.
don't do
And
this.
Orin and I are probably close together.
Do I for regaining? Do I regain?
Back there
Is
with
it hit dice
Okay.
plus Constitution or just hit dice?
It's
For
hit
ex-
dice plus con.
Okay,
Yes.
makes it 4 then.
Is
Back
the
to
guy
30.
closer to? It's the one with the crossbow?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't realize we kind of surrounded the gladiators menacingly.
You definitely did. And they did not seem to give a shit about that. They just wanted to look for the fight.
All right, ballerinas, let's dance.
Fucking vile.
So,
I did call them.
Um,
They're more like ballerinas than fucking fighters to me, so makes some sense.
gladiator who noticed you is here.
Where's the table with the weapons, by the way?
Give me a second.
Yeah, can
And
you
can't
just
we
like
pick up
freehand draw in like
There,
walls
there,
and
that's the
stuff?
table.
And I've got my
And,
gauntlets in this, right? Because I picked them up off the table.
You picked them up. You don't have to have them equipped. It's an action, bonus action to equip them.
Okay.
And then I'll freehand draw the.
My initiative should be
Coliseum.
12. I think. Oh, I didn't select my target, so I'm gonna select and roll, and then you can put 12 on there, so you can
Okay.
Oh, am I not on the
have to select
Roll
your
tracker?
you just select your icon.
Yeah.
Click your token before you.
So just
click the
change
roll.
that to 12 for me.
On Karangar, yeah. What did you roll originally?
It was a 12
No,
originally.
no, Twilight.
Oh,
Sorry.
sorry.
15.
Apologies.
15? Okay.
Yeah, I
Oh,
fucked up my first initiative roll too, but
'Cause it's just
they
'cause
were
the map
both
wasn't
the same roll, so it
open.
doesn't matter.
So I think that's one thing they kind of need to fix is if you're a player, it should default to your like main.
I
Um,
originally rolled 11 too. If you want to change mine.
Okay.
I originally rolled a
But I'll
22.18
take the
because I'm
17,
special.
But
Okay.
So why doesn't anyone else have the tiebreaker thing? Am I?
Everyone.
We disabled it.
They might have disabled it.
Oh,
Don't worry. We'll resolve that if it comes up.
It's under your player journal, the settings tab for it.
I
And
like
it
it.
should be like initiative tiebreaker somewhere.
So I was wrong. Who gets to go first?
Oh, because Hank is a fast boy.
And then I will freehand draw the edge of the Coliseum.
One speedy barb.
Basically, it's a pretty big arena here.
Okay,
Off
well,
the top of the
originally
page.
I rolled an
Whoops!
8,
What the fuck?
and then I rolled a 17, and neither of those are on the turn order.
Click on your token first, and then click on it, and then click the initiative button, and I'll give you whatever your first roll was.
You can edit your initiative in your turn order yourself, by the way. You don't need to make redo it every time.
Oh, I can just do it too. It's easy.
You can, yeah.
What was your original?
8.
8 plus your initiative, or 8 plus your
8 is it.
Yes.
Is it?
8 is it?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
He has the 0 dex.
Okay. Everyone should be in the initiative now, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. So,
I guess I run over to the table. And what weapons
You're
are on there?
it was just the gauntlets. It was just an empty table with the gauntlets on it.
Oh, well,
You can see that from where you're at if you don't want to move there.
yeah.
That's a rough drawing of the outside circle. It's a pretty large pit, and
Wait, you said earlier that his hand crossbows are hanging somewhere.
off the hip of the knight.
Oh, okay. I thought they were not in use.
Yep. So Gladiator A, this one that I'm picking right now, has the shield.
My bad.
The one I'm picking now has the hand crossbows.
So I don't have a weapon. Just run up and try to deck someone.
Punch him.
What? Then don't be here. It's okay.
Good
We're
old
big
fashioned
kids.
fisticuffs.
I mean, you were at an equipment rental place. You could have rented something. You refused the
Nah.
crossbows.
I mean,
That is
definitely
true.
gotta go try to punch him.
it was rage
All right.
punch 'em.
Give me a roll.
Do I just roll strength for this?
Punching
I don't
with
have
strength.
anything
Yep.
set up for punching.
Yep. So just give me a strength roll and add your proficiency.
Ah,
Ooh.
I have tripped on the way towards him.
So what are you wearing?
Probably
He's
nothing.
naked.
Your pants were not held on correctly this morning. You didn't tie the knot quite right, and they fall off around your ankles, and you trip next to the guard. We're now knocked prone.
Sweet. All right, boys. Good luck.
Good job, Hank. Proud of you.
Someday I'll save us all. You watch.
This is why I don't wear pants.
Gladiator is up next.
I don't understand you people and your fascination with pants.
He
It's probably a loincloth.
gets to Kurangar,
Okay.
and he makes an. Hang on. Well, he's gonna run at you with his shield out. Actually, it's not his shield.
You mean
With
turn
my
by
but the
shield?
shield that he has right now, and he's gonna attempt to bash you with it. How's a 15 against your AC?
15 does not hit.
So the shield swings a little bit wide, and he then also with his other hand has a spear, and he brings his spear around. 25 to hit,
25 will hit.
15 piercing damage.
Oofta, oofta, oofta.
And then he swings the spear around again and makes another attack with it.
I need to do a quick math.
Another 25.
25 hits.
All right, another 10 piercing damage.
Okay.
So 25 piercing damage total.
He's fine, kids.
He always bleeds like this.
Oh, so a quick shortcut also. In your green bubble, if you just click -25 and then hit enter after you've clicked on it, it will automatically subtract it from your health total.
Okay.
Easiest way to do it. All right, Twilight.
So it's, equipping a weapon is a bonus action.
For you, the gauntlets, yes.
Okay. I will put those both on and charge at the closest guy here.
Okay. You have
I'm going to
advantage?
take a swing at him.
With advantage.
Oops, that's the wrong one.
Well, if you want to take that one, I'll let you.
Yeah,
I will.
that's a
Yeah,
natural
I'll
20.
just take that one. That wasn't my gauntlets, but that works.
So you hit. What's the difference in damage between you, the gauntlets, and your claws?
Just 2 damage.
Add 2 to it.
Okay, so 12 damage.
12 damage. Okay.
We add 2 to it or add 2 to each? Because it is a crit,
It's
so you roll
just 2 damage.
Okay.
Oh,
Just well,
There's a
we'll just add the 2
yeah, that's fine.
because I'm assuming that's a modifier after the fact, not another difference in dice.
I think it rolls a dice. It looks like it's 1d4
Well, no. So
plus my
is
dex.
your cat gauntlets are a 1d4 or a 1d6.
1d6.
Roll me 2d6.
Okay.
Plus your dex, right?
Plus dex is 4, 14.
15 damage total. So you crunch through his armor with those gauntlets for the first time. You feel pretty good. Now having your prized weapon again, you do punch a hole through his armor and take a serious gash out of his side. He chuckles a little bit and says, "Oh, so the little one has some fight in him," and he turns around to face you. Next is the knight's turn, or the other gladiator, I should say. He is going to be try to swing at you with his greatsword. 23 to hit.
Sorry, on me?
Yep.
That hits.
9 damage.
All right.
17 to hit.
17, that's my armor class.
He hits. Another 9 damage.
I am unconscious.
You don't have much health, apparently.
Never mind, he says.
Monk life.
Laughs away. Karangar.
breathe really heavily and gain myself.
That was 9 points of damage twice, right?
Was, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I'm sorry, that's just what I rolled.
That's fine.
I'm gonna gain myself 6 HP back, which probably won't do anything. And then I'm gonna enter a dodge stance. So all attacks against me have disadvantage.
Noted.
Because yeah.
Anything else you want to do?
Hold on, I need to double check on. No, it's 1d10 plus 3, I think. So, oh god, I rolled a 3 for that. Fuck. No, that's all I'm gonna do right now.
Alright. Lord, you're up.
Alright, I yell out, Turumbar, they need some help! And, I'll cast Enlarge on him.
So, remember what that spell does?
So,
Giant,
range.
angry, lawful, good dragon.
yeah, so he's gonna be large in size. He gets advantage on all strength checks, and he gets an extra 1d4 damage on his attacks.
Perfect. That's within
Oh.
60 feet.
That is not within 60 feet.
If you make your full move, I'll let you cast the spell.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do it. Whatever, however far that is.
Or just reduce the enemy
I think
target
25
size.
feet is what you got, but if you do that, then
Yeah.
I'll say it's within range.
Okay.
Even though it's not quite in range. I want this to happen.
Okay.
Also, that circle's not exactly perfect, so
Yeah.
we'll make it work. There, perfect. All right. So that's your turn. Turumbar, you are now large.
I am now almost 14 feet tall.
Uh-huh.
Holy frick.
Hot damn.
Well, my original plan was just I was going to make him drop the shield, and then...
Just pick him up and throw him.
Yeah, I was going to say,
So, to pick him up would still be a grapple check.
Yep.
You have advantage on it because this is a strength-based ability. If you wanted to use your command to make him drop the shield, you can still do that. I don't see a problem with that. Whatever you want to do.
Man, going OG Turnbar when he was a monk back in the day. I'm going to grapple this motherfucker.
Alright. Make your check. I'll roll mine publicly so you can see what the check is, but...
Oh,
Beat
10.
a 10, you have advantage.
Strength or athletics?
It is athletics, but since it...
This is a strength-based ability, which is athletics, I believe. And then to escape it, you have the job option of either. 19 beats a 10, he is grappled.
The advantage was important.
Throw him. You just chuck him across the arena.
I'm not sure how throwing works like that. I have to look that up.
He is a 14-foot tall.
But anything else you want to do, Guardian?
Is there... hold on. I have a bonus action.
If you're 14 feet tall, you can just hold him up in the air and then drop him 20 feet.
1d6 damage. 1d6 damage.
Yeah, it would be 2d6.
It would be 2d6.
It's actually only 1d6 because the first 10 don't count.
Oh, fair enough. That's actually true.
That's a good point.
Your dropping technique tree doesn't work either. Sorry.
Just throw
Damn.
throw him up in the air.
Let's throw
Okay,
them downward.
So if he casts a large on
Okay,
me and I'm 16
There we go.
feet tall...
I'm done.
You done for the turn?
Yep.
Okay, Orin. Twilight is unconscious.
I think I just swung twice at me and I went flying across the ground.
Okay, so I'm going to Healing Word, which is a bonus action.
Thank you, tree.
And I rolled perfect on the heal, so you're back up to 7. And then I'm gonna run up and I'm gonna attack the guy.
Okay. Make your attack.
Advantage for flank?
Yep.
Do I need the advantage roll?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Might as well roll it so in case you get a 20.
Yeah,
Alright,
it wasn't
so-
a 20. 17 hit.
Unfortunately, the knight parries away your attack.
Wow, 17.
You guys have
doesn't
pretty good
hit?
stats.
Well, he also used his reaction to do that, so.
He probably has the
Damn
sword master
fighters.
feat or whatever it is, yeah. It's a feat you can take for... Does he have a sword?
He has a great sword, in fact.
Yeah, for sword weapons.
Well, that's my turn.
Alright, Hank. You are on the ground.
I'd like to stand up.
Donkey
Alright,
punch.
half your movement.
Can I try to snag the crossbows off of him with some bolts while he's distracted?
Make me a sleight of hand check, and sure.
Yeah, I mean, he is kind of in the process of parrying my attack.
Oh.
Ooh, boy!
Succeeding grabbing one of your hand crossbows. You have no
Did I
ammo still.
Snag any
Very
bolts?
nice.
That's a shame.
Hit him with the crossbow. Hit him with the blunt.
Still whip him. Still whip him.
So,
that an
so you
option?
could. I'll let you make another check for as a bonus action to get some bolts. Want to do that? You
Oh
succeed.
my god.
You get 10 bolts.
Straight fire right now.
Woo. I'm guessing I can't attack him this turn.
That's going to be your turn, yeah.
I'm actually just a rogue, guys.
Multi-class!
Alright. Anything else?
Nope.
Alright.
I'm just stealing things.
The gladiator is going to look up at Churumbar in his face and says, "Ah, finally someone worthy of fighting!" And he's going to try to struggle to break free. I think that's still contested, right?
Will I
Contested,
even honor
so
that with a roll?
Yeah, you do. You get a contest with athletic or acrobatics.
And he has
So,
advantage.
no, well, he has to make his athletics check, which is a 23, so he doesn't break free. He's
It's not
flexing
even
inside of your
close.
hand, trying to break free. And that's his turn. Twilight. Wait, no. I can still attack with disadvantage with that, but I think he used his action to try to break free, so never mind. Twilight.
All right, as the healing word comes up for me, I'm gonna suddenly feel a rush of energy and stand up, and I'm gonna make a slash toward the guy's face.
Pete. You have advantage.
Right.
The 23 will hit.
All right. Bonus action. At any point, I'm gonna do patient defense.
Which does
So
what?
dodge action. Dodge action.
Okay. So a disadvantage against you then, right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So the knight, surrounded on 3 sides, is also smiling from ear to ear, and he makes an attack at the tree. Who just hit him. Or attempted to hit him. Does 15 hit?
No.
How about a 24?
Yes.
They have some good bonuses.
8 damage and slashing. I'm actually just rolling pretty well.
It's
They've had
usually
like
plus
4
5.
rolls above 20.
They all have. I'll display the rolls for these guys. 'cause
No, we trust you. It's just like
No, I'm just.
I'm hurt, but like
It's
I
easy
trust you.
Dude, like, after my Pathfinder campaign this afternoon, this is nothing. we had to fight dire bears, and I was level 2. It did not go well. Someone got eaten, so
Karengar, you're up.
this is easy mode campaign.
Okay, so with my like cloth covered hands that have like a good inch of cloth on them, I'm gonna summon my maul to me. Is it dripping in acid or did it just stink like shit because it was in the
I just dropped that thing in the pit.
It's stinky, and it's covered in a very sticky goop.
Okay.
It's not acid. Not acidic at all.
Ew.
Doesn't do anything. It's
Extra
just
grip.
very sticky and very goopy.
Okay.
Does it smell really bad?
Probably smells pretty fucking bad. In fact, it should
It smells like the breath of one of those Uyus, actually, yeah.
It's probably gonna give a disease roll if you hit him with it.
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm gonna fucking do. I'm gonna cast the spell Booming Blade, which is basically an attack spell, so I'm gonna make the attack with it.
You have advantage.
Oh, I do have advantage. I'm just gonna I'll just roll it again then.
You hit
22
with a 22.
for 14. And also, if he moves voluntarily before his next round, he takes 1d8 damage.
Yep. So your maul is as you hit him with it, you feel the impact, but it's kind of stuck to him now.
This is some quick dry and super glue.
Ew.
I mean,
As
that's
you-
gotta
you-
not be
you
good for
probably
him
pull
as
it
is
away.
now.
I
As
mean,
there's
if you want to make me a strength check to see if you can actually pull it away, you can. Let you do that as
could I just
bonus
like go and literally have a maul weigh this guy down at his fucking like legs? Because I'm pretty sure that would make it really hard to move.
I mean, if you want to leave your maul stuck to him, you can try to let go of your maul.
I have 2 hand axes. Sure.
Okay. Your hand is stuck in the same way to the maul.
Even with the I guess it is wrapped claw, so I'd have to get rid of the claw. So
You like shake the
Um,
cloth off.
yeah, can I just do a strength check to get rid of like my end? So he literally has a maul stuck to him, and I can just like.
I mean, you can make a strength check and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, at least he had the forethought to wrap his hands up.
Yeah, you know what? So you can keep that strength roll, or you can make it a sturdy roll to try to just get out of the cloth. Up to you, if you want to keep that strength roll.
Just keep it.
I gotta keep it because that's above a 50% and a plus
Okay.
3.
So, you try to pull your hand away, and in order to do this, you have to have some sort of leverage. So what are you using for leverage?
I'm gonna use Turmbar's legs. Like I'm gonna kind of swing and use Turmbar's gargantuan tree trunk legs to like leverage myself out
Okay.
of the.
So because of the way this is stuck to the the character. If you're trying to use your ally as leverage, your hand that is stuck to the thing is basically the fulcrum of the lever, and you end up pulling it free from
Him.
him. Yeah.
Okay. If that's the case, action surge, second attack.
Okay.
Just gonna turn on the advantage.
Oh, now what I plan. Turn it around. We got this.
The 21 still hit.
Yes.
I'm gonna stick it to him again.
Yep. How much damage?
Stick it to the man vial.
10.
Okay, so you don't have the you use your bonus action to do that.
That wasn't a bonus action. It's literally action
I
surge.
said you
just
could
gives...
use your. I said no. I'm talking about the strength check originally.
Okay.
Was your bonus action? So you can't make it again this round.
Okay, that's fine. I wouldn't have been able to do that regardless then, because summoning the weapon is a bonus action.
Well, I'll let you have it this time because I said it happened already.
Okay.
I made
Coolio.
the mistake, not you.
So now they're stuck together by the chain on the mall.
It's not the chain. It's by the goo. Maul is like a giant hammer, so
Oh, right. It's not a morning star.
that's a flail.
I assume they both have disadvantages now on everything.
He should have some penalty for having a fucking like. How much does this thing weigh again? I'm gonna look up how much it weighs. Just stuck to his
I
fucking
believe it's
hand.
50 pounds.
It's heavy,
Enough that
so
I dropped
it's,
it and left it.
Anyway, Lord,
probably
you're up.
10 pounds.
Okay. So,
My great sword is 6 pounds.
I'll go ahead and do the same thing again, this time on Orn.
Wait.
Oh.
Is it not a-
Oh, wait.
Concentration?
This is a concentration
It is-
spell.
concentration?
Never mind, I'm
It
not
is a
gonna do that.
concentration spell.
I forgot it was
Okay.
a concentration spell. Never mind.
It's like, oh boy!
No.
Just a land of giants.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
We would be able to.
But,
look at our
no,
dreams
then in
of
that
wrestling
case, I'm just
T-Rex.
gonna cast Ray of Frost on this dude right here.
Okay. Make me them rolls.
Alright.
That hits.
Fuck, we are hitting him though.
You can just click the name of the spell in the roll, and it'll roll the damage.
Oh, okay. Well, next time.
Like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't do it because I'm not you.
Okay. Is that your turn?
Yep, that's my turn.
Perfect. Rimbar.
Okay, so I got this guy grappled, right?
Yep, and he's now got a hammer stuck to him with your ally stuck to that hammer.
I'm gonna
Do it.
tell this guy, drop the shield.
Is that the command? Or is it
I'm
just...
not using command, just tell
Okay.
him.
He is going to look at you like you're insane.
Well, he is.
Squish him.
And not say anything. Just kind of stare you down into like he's growling maybe a little bit because he's trying to strike free, but
You need to go Bane on this dude and just like drop him on your knee.
Or just pile
Break
drive
his
him.
back.
Sit on him.
I am going to... What does enlarge? Hold on, let me see what enlarge does here. Okay, so it's only weapon attacks that get the extra 1d4.
Yeah, good thing you brought those guns, those. Bam! Bam! Okay.
I could hear the
And-
regret at the end.
When
Yep.
I do that, there's a little bit of smoke coming out of my nostrils, and when he just looks at me, I flame breath right in his face.
Oh,
I don't think he can dodge this.
jeez.
oh, he's gonna have
It's a
disadvantage.
dex save?
Yeah, so he does look at the save, but I'll give him disadvantage on it.
Actually don't.
Oh,
No, I
good
think so.
paladin.
No. I think of 3.5.
So he does not meet your spell save DC. So it hits.
Toast.
6 damage.
Oh, that's unimpressive. And so I just flame breath the shit out of his face.
So his face is all entirely charcoal black, except for his line of white teeth that is now expanded into a grin.
What is wrong with these guys?
I like to fight, man.
I like
Orange.
fire in my face.
Oh boy. Well, I feel like I should keep swinging with this guy.
Wait, sorry, one thing. 15-foot cone. Were you looking towards Karangar at all? Or were you trying to push it out the other way? I didn't
Okay.
develop this first tree, my bad.
I don't
I wanna know-
believe
I
a
was-
cone would hit him there. It would only be 1 square wide for the first square in front of him.
Well, I'm pretty sure that the way it is ruled, it's corner to corner in the thing like that, right? Technically, it would still be able to hit him if he was just doing it straight out. If he was not doing it straight out, then I would say that he wouldn't have no chance to hit him. I was just curious if you were taking that in consideration.
Not even a
I
little
think.
bit.
Okay, so
I thought a cone was like this.
no, it's definitely on the diagonal.
Yeah, it is a diagonal.
That looks
I
like
mean-
a pitchfork.
If you want him to roll a save, okay.
I mean, it's gonna have advantage, but I want you to roll a dex save.
Damn, I'm gonna erase that now.
Oops.
Hey,
There we
did
go.
it.
He blinks out of existence, and
I can't actually I can't get rid of those without killing my guy for some reason. I don't understand. If I do this and then do
Tree,
this,
can you get rid of them?
There we go.
Well,
Got it.
now that greed did something to it, I couldn't move it again, so...
Oh,
Yeah. I can't touch. Why is that a part of what the fuck?
I'm just getting this
Don't
out
draw on my maps anymore. Please.
What's happening?
There's a really big
Tree
thing
is
outside.
ruining
Dex save
everything.
with advantage.
Okay, so what am I
Fucking-
doing?
No,
Oh.
you're not doing anything. It's just
Yeah.
Vile. Dex save with advantage.
Karangar's getting spicy.
Oh, I am getting a dex save with advantage?
yes,
What the sorry, a roommate came in and
I
talked to me.
flame
real quick.
breath, and you're in the
In
way.
the cone of the flame breath, unfortunately.
I am resistant to fire, and so would a resistance in a... Because you can't stack
It would do
resistances.
half.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you make the save, it does half. If you don't make the save, it does half.
Damn it.
So
Well, I
that
mean,
meets
You meant to save, so you take half of the half.
No, I don't. It shouldn't be advantage. It should be normal.
No, I gave you advantage.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yes.
Sorry, no, my...
Are you
sorry.
listening?
Pay attention, damn it!
No, some roommates came in and talked to me because they thought somebody was stealing their shit. I had to, like, pay attention to that for the past 30 seconds. My apologies.
All right. Yeah. No big deal. So yeah, you took 3 damage, and then you take half of that because of your resistance.
So, 1?
Yes.
Yeah, see, that's why I didn't care.
Or in your turn.
Does the fire breath break the goo off of the mall?
Good question. I think that the outside of it is now shiny and glazed.
Okay, so it should be easy to crack up. It's like brittle.
Yeah, the outside layer, sure.
He's purring.
you've got some
he's
serious
excited
cleaning
now.
you've got to do, Vital.
We need Christ to do that every once in a while.
Orin, it's your go now.
Okay, first, I will use my bonus action to cast Shield of Faith on myself,
Okay.
which gives me a +2 bonus to AC.
Eat.
And then I will Greatsword at his head,
Nice.
and I will miss.
Advantage.
You do have
I
advantage.
do have advantage.
I don't think you want to take the natural one.
I still miss.
You do
It's
miss.
not a
Sorry.
natural one.
But
The
you
knight,
didn't
the knight sort of
take my head off.
steps aside from your blow, and that's your turn.
Yep.
Hank.
How many bolts did you say I picked up?
10.
I'd like to rage and then shoot him twice.
Perfect.
I can finally do things.
He also does
Woo!
not have disadvantage, which might be important for people to realize what's going on there. But he does not have disadvantage. In fact, you have advantage.
Yeah,
Point
but I
blank hand crossbows on a dex bar. But
Thump,
what the
thump.
fuck?
So you made 2 attacks.
Yep.
So they both hit.
By the way, I am trying to make non-lethal. I'd rather not kill people randomly.
All right, so you shoot him in the fucking knees.
I'd rather ruin his life forever than kill him.
And let's see here. So with that attack, he falls to the ground, kneeling, and says, "I yield," and puts his sword above his head.
Sweet.
You accidentally deleted this guy from the initiative order.
Oh,
Yeah,
He was after me,
Yeah.
I think, right?
He was before me. He has a 17, I think.
we just get it back in there quick.
I like that new initiative. He can suck a dick.
Here, so
Gang
he was
bang
That's
him,
what he gets
guys.
for being
Doggy
risky.
pile.
He was before Twilight, after Hank, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, disadvantage. Roll. Try to break the thing again. That contested roll. You roll your athletics.
Yeah, sorry.
Do not break free. Twilight.
So this guy surrendered, right?
Appears to have done so.
Punch him again.
Finish him.
Yeah, I'm gonna run a. So I don't. He doesn't get attack of opportunity, right?
I'd have to try that to find out if he does or not, but he looks like he's yielded.
All right, I'm gonna try to walk by him.
Yeah, he doesn't do anything.
Okay. Just gonna friggin' hit him in the head if he did. All right, I'm gonna make an attack this guy. So I'll come
All right.
behind him. Oh, he's kind of charred, isn't he?
He is crispy. And has a hammer
He
stuck
has
to
a
him.
few problems.
It
I'm gonna,
smells like burning, rotting garbage.
I'm gonna
He's
do
still
a
grappled,
piercing
too.
punch into the back of his shoulder blade. Do I have advantage?
You have
Advantage
advantage.
for
You have
flanking.
advantage.
Advantage.
And you should be able to
almost
toggle
saving
that
us.
on your sheet way. You should be able to just toggle that
I can,
as
yeah.
advantage. Yeah. So just leave that
That's-
on for now. I don't think that's going away anytime soon.
Doggy pile. Literally just sit on him until he can't
Knights-
do anything
Knights
anymore.
yielded. Kurungar, you're up.
Oh wait, can I use
so-
action to?
Oh, sorry, yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to... Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, I forgot.
Those missed.
Bonus action with unarmed strike.
That hits. Damage?
You roll
8.
damage. So.
Perfect. So, Kurungar, your hammer is stuck to this guy's leg.
Would I be able to let go of the hammer again, or is it just kind of that same
You can
deal?
make me a try. I'll give you either a dexterity save to get try to get your hand out of the wrappings, or a strength check to pull the hammer off again.
I'll just do a strike check to pull the hammer off, and then I'll just keep hitting and sticking it to him.
All right, go ahead and make me a roll.
It's not advantaged, so that is a 4.
4.
Natural one.
Was it a natural one?
It was
Yep.
a natural one, yeah.
As you
What?
try to pull, he kicks, and you're now on the ground prone.
Do I have the hammer in my hand still, or no? Is
Yes,
the hammer
in
out of my...
fact, the hammer is what pulled you onto the ground prone.
Wait, so he's like hanging?
He's hanging onto it. Yeah. You see, the gladiator felt he was trying to move it and kicked his leg, pulling the hammer along with him, and that pulled Kurungar forward and onto his face.
Kurungar, you might have a bad time.
So that was your bonus action. You still have an action.
Oh, I do? Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit him with the hammer again.
The hammer's on
Still
his leg.
stuck, man.
What?
It's still stuck to him.
It's still stuck to him.
Oh, I thought you
You're
said the hammer...
Stuck
I
to
thought...
the hammer, which is stuck to him, pulled you forward, your face first.
Wait, so am I still stuck to him with the hammer in my hand?
Yes.
Yep.
With both hands?
Yes.
Fucking... Fuck it, I'll just magic missile his ass.
Interesting.
Prone.
Just literally right beneath.
What are
Because
the
basically,
components for that, Vile?
my
Don't
hands
need
can't move. My hand, because the cloth is stuck to my hands. My hands can still move. It's just the cloth can't.
No, you can't. I'm gonna say that you are not able to make the symbolic components with your hands at this point in time.
Okay, fair enough. Actually, it's sorry, I don't remember. I wanted to see what the actual thing was. Okay, yeah.
I will let you make the check again if you want to break that as your action.
Please try.
No. I'm right underneath him essentially, right? Because he's
You're at a length away from him that is equivalent to the length of your hammer, actually.
okay. So I'm facing upwards.
You're face
Are you
first on
going
the
to try
ground.
to flame breath him?
I
You're face first, face down.
I mean, I can roll over though. That's
Yeah, you
easy
can.
enough.
I'll let you even try to stand up for half your movement if you want to do that.
Actually, no. Yeah, that's fine. Because what I'll do is I'll just do this because that's not provoking an attack of opportunity.
Or you
cannot
moving?
move
You're
that far
stuck.
away from him. You
You are
cannot move
stuck
away
to
from him. You are
him.
stuck.
I'm not
to him,
moving
Vile.
away from him. I'm literally moving around.
No, you're moving that. Okay, you cannot make that movement. Let me make you more.
Okay, fuck it. You're
Also,
getting
Turambar is huge right now.
Twy.
Please
You're
don't burn the cat.
You're getting fucking burnt. I'm sorry, boy.
Oh
He's
my
already
god.
almost
I
dead.
have 7 hit points.
Don't you have
Alright,
a
go
kin?
He's covered in fur. We're just gonna have a lot of work to do this campaign. Sorry, Orin.
Well, I mean, so if I'm on the ground, could I like mitigate that by flaming above his ass? Oh, is he that big?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know. God damn, I thought he was just
14
I
feet
above.
burst through walls right now saying, "Oh yeah!"
Sorry, there's just some assumptions that I didn't fucking know.
I'm
I
sorry.
was enlarged.
I
I'm a
made
large
that more
creature.
clear now.
He's fully engorged.
I need to do a quick check. Oh, there we go. I'm just gonna booming blade him then.
What?
How do you do that without
It is
swinging
a
weapon?
it is a verbal. Well, I'm not. It's just all it does. All the description is basically a energy transfers over your weapon.
You wanna print the description out on the chat for me, quick?
Sure. Well, I kind
I
of.
just want to make sure this is gonna work for you, because I don't want you to waste a spell slot if you don't have to.
It's a cantrip.
Okay, but I still don't want you to waste it if you don't have to.
Fuck it. I didn't know because I didn't write it down exactly because I didn't know you could copy and paste. The description I have is the target is hit and willingly moves before the next turn. It'll suffer 1d8 damage, but the
Okay, so he's not been hit.
yeah, but let me read you the description, I guess, then, and then you can make a decision. If not, not then.
What is it called? Booming Blade?
Yes.
Blooming Blade. It is from Sword Coast Adventurer's Guide.
Oh, so it's not even in the.
Oh, God damn it! I just fucking pulled it from an online thing, and oh my god. Well, I won't do it then.
Okay.
It does cost 1 action.
Yeah, it is an
Right,
action.
he has an action available to him. I just don't know if he needs to actually be able to swing his weapon to do that.
Since it says hit, also because basically the description is
You
like,
must make a melee attack with
Yeah.
a weapon.
So then no, you can't do that.
the description is like, oh, fucking energy sweeps, but that's fine. Fuck it. I'll just be ready to I'm gonna ready action so that if he breaks free of Turambar's grip, because there's really nothing else I want to do right now, I'll immediately try and re-grapple him with the hammer, essentially, and like hold him to the ground with my hammer.
You're gonna have a bad day.
All right, Lord, you're up.
At this point, you guys are like pulling him in half. Just rip him in two.
Okay,
It goes.
No, it's Lord.
Oh, no, not me.
yeah, it's my turn.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I just,
You just laugh and make
start like cheering him on, like, yeah. Okay. Good job, chaps. Good job. Good job. That's it for
love
my
it.
turn. I'm not doing
That's
anything.
awesome. Perfect. Turambar, you are holding a smiling, charred gladiator in your hand. Guardian?
I am. Well, yeah, I'm gonna use command,
Okay.
and the command will just be drop.
Okay. Wanna give me that? Thank you. All right. The wisdom save.
Yes.
Oh, he doesn't have disadvantage on that though. So the 9 is still what he rolled. I think that fails, right?
The DC is 14.
Yeah.
So
he
yeah.
fails. He fails. And he immediately drops what he's holding, which includes your shield and one of his spears.
I suplex his ass.
God, I'm just like, whee!
Straight over the top, German suplex, his head straight into the dirt.
Non-lethally?
All right. I need you to make me a strength check with advantage.
Oh.
Right. So as you pull him up, Karangar is following with his hammer.
That's why I said, Kargar, you're about to have a bad day.
So you go flying up into the air, and he comes crashing down. I want you to roll me a d6 plus your strength.
While this is happening, since I see that this is occurring, could I, like, try to break that?
You're in for the ride, man.
All right, so you deal 6 damage to both Karangar and the gladiator.
Are they now on the opposite side of him?
They're both prone, and they're not on the opposite side. Unless you were trying to put them somewhere else, Guardian. I think I'm gonna leave them there.
Isn't a suplex where you throw him like backward?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, then,
is it-
they're both over here then.
Wonderful.
And let's see here.
I suppose if I picked up my shield now, it would be like.
Then
tiny.
you took your 6 damage, Val?
I did take my 6 damage.
Okay, perfect.
I was at 12.
Yep. Orn. There's a suplex. There's a suplex gladiator. With a-
And
with a
dragonborn
hammer hanging off
looking.
of him, and a dragonborn hanging off of that.
How's he looking though?
He's looking like he's still. He still looks like he's able to fight. If he were to be let go or get out of his grapple, he would be able to still take you guys all on and be glad about it.
His weapons are on the other side of the giant.
He still has spears in his satchel on his back,
Ah.
but he dropped the spear that he was holding and the shield.
Okay, I'm just gonna cast Sacred Flame on him.
Oh boy, what's that do?
It's a DC 13 Dexterity save. And
He has to make the
takes
DC 13, so yeah.
He takes damage.
So he takes 3 damage.
All right.
Just come from the sky and sear him.
He is struck by a holy light, and what was flame singed on top. Now his legs have been singed by holy flame on near his ankles. And with that, it's Hank's go.
Yeah, that's it.
He'll have a hand
Can I?
crossbow on the knights.
Yeah, can I just grab that? Do I need to do a check for that, or he's
I mean,
surrendered?
are you gonna ask him to give it to you, or what's going on there?
I would like to demand the crossbow.
He will set the crossbow off to his side, and you can pick it up. That's the bonus action.
And I guess I'd pick it up and shoot the other guy once.
Okay. You might have to move to get line of sight.
Really?
Yeah, because you're currently going basically touching the corner. I'll say if you move diagonally one space, you can have line of sight easy enough.
There.
Yep.
Alright. So I rolled 17.
That does not hit him.
Even without the shield.
Yes. I subtract
Apparently the
shield.
shield was just for looks.
Well, he also has another ability, but anyway, that does not hit him.
All right. That's
Oh wait, no, I read my ability wrong. That hits him. He takes
Woo!
damage. I'm just bad at this. Right. Actually, get my pointer out to do this. Okay, yeah.
You point blank crossbow the guy?
even when Hank fails, he succeeds. That's the
Yes.
lesson here.
Perfect.
What a man.
All right. So gladiators
And
up.
just like Canvile.
I need to read the rules. I think I can still make an attack roll if he's grappled. I just have disadvantage.
I
Look at my fucking-
believe so.
That sounds
I'm gonna
right.
get.
I think
He's
the
in-
type of grapple is more like you're holding him by. You're not holding him like in place. You're holding him with your hand on his like shirt or something.
Grapples are pretty weak for this edition's rules, so
Yeah.
that's kind of why
So
the.
he's gonna make an attack roll as he's failed twice. There we go. So he's gonna be trying to hit Turumbar with his first one. How does a 10 sound?
That sounds like you're joking.
Okay, perfect. And then he's gonna, as he does that, he's then gonna try to swing around and hit Karangar. How's a 24 sound?
Oh, 20? Yeah, night, motherfuckers, I'm out.
14 damage.
Oh.
Just like, Karangar kind of
I have to
slumps a little
guess
bit.
More healing.
Karangar kind of slumps a little bit while still holding on to the maul because he physically
can't
can't
let
let go. So he's just unconscious, and you might kill him now if you keep swinging the fucking dude around like that.
And then he swings his last attack at Turumbar, which is a 19.
That hits.
Alright, 7 damage.
He has not hit me once where I could use my shield spell and it would have saved me. They have all been over 21.
I'm sorry, dude. You can see the math for the roll too. So
I believe you. It's just like literally, I had a one shot yesterday. I rolled 4 critical failures in that one shot. Nobody
sounds
else
about
rolled
right
a
for Vile.
single one. I didn't roll a single 20.
I mean, it really is just
Hey,
a D20 plus.
I like to point out that like a half hour ago, 3 of us rolled crit fails in a row.
Whew.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, it was bad.
Anyway, Twilight, you're up.
My pants fell down and I never put them back on.
You've been waddling with your ankles. How about that?
Alright, I guess run all the way around the outside.
You can move through friendly people if they allow you.
Oh, you can?
Well, he's a large creature too.
Either way I
but
can make it.
That's more what a monk would do. He'd make the foom around the outside in like a blink of an eye.
Fucking swing around Turnbar's leg like a goddamn signpost.
Handball running, just go into a slide and
Dash
cut
under
his clean
Turumbar's,
skin with the claw.
swing around the fallen Karangar, and take
Do
another
a roll
punch at him.
for some reason.
Alright.
Yes, I do a dive roll right here. Right there, I do a dive roll, then.
Perfect. Make
Just
me
stab
an
this
athletics
Back
check. Sorry, make me a acrobatics check when you do that. Yeah, you make it fine enough.
Okay.
Not a fancy roll.
It
for
wasn't
rolls.
quite up to your quality.
It didn't look
but
as
it-
cool as I would, but
It was like the office core scene, you know?
Rolled. There was a dust cloud and no one else saw it. So you did.
Alright,
you
25.
did roll. 25 to hit. That hits.
and I will do.
8 damage.
I'm gonna do key point for flurry of blows. Oh,
Okay.
it's 8 damage on there.
Yep, and then you do your other attacks.
Yeah, so 2 more attacks.
Unarmed attacks. So you don't get to use your claws on it.
Oh, claws
no-
count as unarmed.
So his claws do count as unarmed.
It's
Okay.
not the claw
Well,
gauntlet, so.
your first attack misses outright. Second attack, he parries away with his spear.
Okay.
Right? That's how that works.
If it's a specific feat, I
17
think
and
it
8.
has to be a sword, but I don't know.
Sorry, go. What did you say? What just got said, Twilight?
Oh, I was just saying, so 17 and an 8.
Yeah, so the 17, he parried away.
Oh, I did the wrong one again. This attack should have been with the gauntlets, not the claws. They both have claw in their name.
Jeez, oh.
Is he using the blade mastery feat?
Here, just roll. So it was 8. So roll your 2d6 at your bonus.
Three,
I
just
should
quick
just do
question.
1d6, because that's not a crit.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Quick
What was it
question
now?
here,
5?
is he?
Okay.
I would leave it. But,
Okay,
10?
then 10 for the first one.
Okay. All right.
Greed, quick question.
Yep.
Is he using the Blade Mastery feat?
He's not using a feat at all.
Okay,
He
I was
has
just
an
wondering.
ability called parry.
It's very similar to it. That's what I was wondering. Alright.
In fact, I can read out the ability.
No, I just making sure because there's a bit different.
That's when someone's making a melee attack against him, that would hit.
There we go. I changed
choose
it.
not to have it hit
so
if
it's more
he's
clear.
within a certain range. Okay, well, anyway, so I already took the 10 damage. And then the knight would go next, but he's dead, down. Karengar, you're unconscious. Make me a death save.
Jesus. It's a D10, right?
Yep,
Right, not a D10. It's a D20.
that is a fail.
Oh, it is a D20. I mean, it's a fail
It's
anyways.
a D20 with a DC 10. So make your
Yeah.
D20 roll.
No,
Not
it's
D10.
fine. I fail that one.
No, make your D20 roll.
Whee! I
failed.
I got the exact same roll because it would have been double to a 6.
You have one failure.
Oh shit! I'm gonna die, boys.
Lord,
GG.
you have an unconscious friendo on the ground.
So what? I can try and do like a medicine roll to see if I can stabilize him.
I
Yeah.
can just heal him come my turn.
You can make your you can stabilize him with the medicine check, yeah.
Alright.
You stabilize him. He is on the ground, but he no longer has to make death saves.
Good job.
Oh my god.
Yay!
I'm no longer unconscious with my face in the dirt, so I can actually
Well,
breathe.
you're still unconscious.
No, I know,
He's
but
no
my
longer in
face
the
is no
dirt.
longer in the dirt. He
You're in
literally
recovery position.
just literally turned me over so I can breathe.
Sort of in the recovery position. He's still stuck to the mall.
Yeah,
I can
he's
still-
as in the recovery position as possible when he's stuck to a mall.
That's true. I could still possibly die if Turambar keeps swinging me around like that.
Speaking
Got his
of
shield
which-
back. It's okay now.
Unless you have a bonus action you want to do, Uber?
No.
No? Okay. Then Turambar.
Okay, so I have this guy grappled. Can I like disarm him and like just rip all this shit off of him, or
Just
So-
literally rip his arms off.
I need to have to check what the grapple rules are there. I don't know that you have the ability to really do that. But I think you
can I do a rear naked choke then and just tell this guy it's time to say goodnight?
Shh, no tears, only dreams.
I think you might have to make another check for that, but let me see you here 1 second.
How would you even get your fucking arm like underneath his neck without breaking his fucking sternum?
That's a great question. Maybe you should have already dropped my shield before any of this started, and he wouldn't have had to find out.
Awful
You
good,
sure
gentlemen.
you're lawful good.
He followed the law.
Not lawful nice.
This other man followed the
Yeah,
law.
So it's lawful good, not lawful stupid. Keep that in mind.
Also, but like, your alignment is kind of a basis for your character. Doesn't mean you always have to follow it.
True.
That's true. So, grapple is more just like he can't get away from you. He's basically standing in place. So if you wanted to do like a choke out move or something like that, I would allow you to, but it'd still be like an attack roll type deal. And then to try to disarm him would be something like the sleight of hand check you had before. Only instead of a sleight of hand, I'd probably want another dexterity check of some variety. If you wanted to take one out of his hand, it would be a contested strength again.
Well, clearly I don't want to keep flailing him around, because can I actually like assist Karangar in getting detached from this mall?
Yeah, if you want to try to, if you can describe to me how you're going to do that.
I mean, I'm just gonna like take him off the mall. I'm 14 feet. I'll just grab his leg and just whoop.
All right, make me a strength check with advantage.
Gonna rip him in half.
Fucking double that one this shit and just like, oh, you're dead.
Yeah, just shake the gladiator around till.
Okay, so you successfully break the hammer off. This time when it breaks, because you had such strength, the hammer drops to the ground, is no longer attached to either the gladiator or Vile's hands, and Vile is no longer attached to the gauntlet either.
Awesome.
And that would be, I would say that was probably your bonus action to do that. You can still have an action.
I'm gonna suplex this motherfucker.
Right? Make me a strength roll. All right. Need to do a contested strength here. He fails that. He
Son.
can definitely do it again.
Son.
This time do 2d6 because he crit failed.
Wait, and he gets extra D4, right?
Well, it's. I want him to do 2d6 plus his strength.
1d4 is for if he's wearing a weapon. Essentially, it does an extra.
All right, so 14 damage to him.
Yep.
Perfect.
Is he stunned?
He is not stunned.
Dead.
He is not dead.
That's surprising.
Does he look
I'd
hurt?
be dead.
This guy's
He
taking a
looks hurt
lot.
now. He is definitely hurt.
This guy's taking a lot of fucking damage.
He sure has. And he hasn't been able to do a whole lot to you guys.
Hey, speak for your fucking self. Even if Guardian hadn't suplexed me along with him, he still would have knocked me out.
Also,
Alright.
sorry about breaking your maul.
Wait, did he actually break my fucking maul?
Yes.
There's a piece that's stuck to the gladiator. No, I was kidding. There's the maul is on the ground. They're not on that. Yeah,
Vile doesn't have a weapon, sorry.
yeah. No, the maul is still intact. It's just on the ground now, and starting to get covered, or got covered with a little bit of dust on the outside of it now. So, Orn, your go.
Well,
You have
I
a
guess
friend that's
I
in a
will-
recovery position, no longer attached to a hammer.
I mean, I guess I should heal Karangar, shouldn't I?
You don't have to if you don't want to, but it would be appreciated.
Okay, I'll blow another spell slot, throw out another healing word at him.
Thank you, Metro Primary. We love you. He's like the medic for all our best carapace heavies.
Oh my god, so that's still a bonus action. So you still have your action, your movement.
Yes. So then I'm gonna run around, and this dude's getting hit. I'll loop around, like, up this way.
Perfect.
And then I will smack him with the sword.
Your
I'm not
rolls.
trying to kill him,
Noted.
but I felt like that should be obvious.
So that does not hit.
Still don't hit. The guy is disabled as fuck, and I still can't hit him.
He does not seem as disabled as you would expect a person who's just been suplexed to be disabled.
Twice.
Twice. He no longer has a shield, which his AC is no longer that. But he does parry away that blow.
God damn parry thing. Should have just magicked him. Oh well, okay, it's my turn.
All right, Hank, you're the person you were shooting at is no longer in front of you. He is now on the other side of a rather large Turumbar.
Where do I have to stand? Do I have to run way out there to get line of sight?
You're gonna have to move, yeah. You have to move about. You're probably
Can
move
he just go next to him? Here?
No, he's gonna have to move here. So there's two people blocking there now.
You can move through friendlies, right?
You can move through
I
friendlies,
mean-
but
Okay.
firing over them or firing through them through line of sight is different.
He's not gonna.
Got it.
You can
build an attack,
retcon
right?
where I moved to one
I mean,
square
if
over.
you want to shoot at him from that corner that was originally pinged, you could do it. Maybe you'd have half cover.
I'd rather not shoot the dragon.
Okay.
Choice.
Alright, I finally have my crossbows, and I'm still raging. Good times. So I attack him.
So they all hit, and he screams out in pain and says, "I yield."
I finally did something.
We just have 3 crossbows bolts sticking out of his leg.
Backs of his knees again.
Thank God for the advanced medical practices of magic, or else he wouldn't be able to perform for a while.
He'll be fine tomorrow.
You just
So
need to
you
sleep
have
it off.
initiative order has ended. You have two guys who are basically holding their weapons above their heads, saying they yielded.
I throw him.
All right,
I
you now
love
have
this,
an
like,
unconscious
angry-
guard. You now have an unconscious gladiator who is making death saves,
Where did he land?
and you did not feel good when you did that, Guardian.
Hold on. Where did he land?
Wow.
With
we got some
booming
resistance on it.
footsteps.
You threw him like 20 feet.
I use lay on hands.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna group
give,
heal
me, give
everyone.
me how
so-
much?
I give him 8.
Okay. He breathes, and his eyes are wide with shock as he comes back. This
I'd like to demand the bolts from the other one.
gives them to you freely.
How many?
He had 25 on him
Sweet.
after the 10 you already took, so
Alright.
25 additional.
I'm gonna walk back to the table and pick up my gold. Seeing as we beat them now, I don't have to give it to him.
Good idea. Turumbar, what are you doing?
I'm trying to think. The word I'm trying to use here.
All right. Well, while you're thinking of that, he looks at you and screams up, I swear, I have the gems. Just take them." And he reaches for his a pouch on his waist.
Okay. I take that and I just throw it on the ground somewhere over here.
Okay. There's a gem, or there's a pouch over there.
I'm
Lord,
gonna see that, and
Yeah.
I'm
There's
gonna
a-
race Lord get to that.
there's 10
Just
gems
my
in
cat
there
speed.
worth 50 GP each. Uber.
Okay. Yeah, and also, all right, guys, I have some business to take care of down by the entrance. I'll meet you guys over there. All right?
I'm gonna,
All right.
I'm gonna dash up to Lord and be like, what's in the bag?
It looks like some pretty
Okay,
things.
well,
so
I do
don't
want to
worry.
say
I did
something to
hear
him
gems.
eventually.
All right. So sorry. Pause on the Uber Twilight thing. What do you want to say, Guardian?
So I'm standing over this guy. Am I still 14 tall?
Unless Lord has dispelled the spell, you are.
Yeah, I can let it run out.
If you
It
ever
lasts
commit
for 1
sacrilege
minute.
against Torm again, you won't be getting back up. And I take my holy shield.
Say that one more time.
If you ever commit sacrilege against Torm again, you won't be getting back up.
He stares at you like he has no idea what he's talking about. I'm sorry. Whatever I did, I'm sorry. If there's anything I can do to repay it to you, I'm not actually
No!
defeated.
Turn around. I pick up the shield.
Okay.
I'm walking away.
So as you're walking away, he says that he has never been defeated like this in combat before, and he'd like to join you guys in trying to train himself to become a better gladiator fighter in the arena. Basically, trying to pledge his services to you guys.
Join someone that just shot me in the legs 3 times.
I mean, we could use extra cannon fodder.
Yeah, I mean, I would say we might need some help at some point, so we might be back to see you.
I will be here if you need me. And he crawls to his compatriot.
Ask what his name is, Orn.
Yeah, what are their
Retreat.
names?
So the knight did not offer services, and he's not going to offer. I don't think he's looking that same way. He's basically looking at you guys with disgust, and he hates that he's been defeated. The gladiator seems to have more honor and dignity than that, and is more interested in it. I have his name, and I will give it to you when I. There it is.
You owe me a whole list of names.
I do. Well, I actually also owe you one more after this one. Taban. This is his name. Taban. Is the gladiator's name. And the other knight refuses to give his name, saying that he does not think you guys are worthy of hearing it. And then with that, the gladiator says his name is Broof, B-R-O-F.
That's a dumb
Cheer le
name.
Bruf.
BROF,
Brofa.
my bad. Broof. It's
Brof.
Broof.
So Taban offered his help. The other guy is Broof the asshole.
Yep.
Okay.
As soon as Taban yelled out about gems, my ears pricked up, and then when I saw the bag get tossed, I ran over.
All right, so now we're
So that-
resolving Lord and Uber. So you have a Twilight next to you who's wondering
Yeah,
what's
so
going
as
on.
Florida has picked it up and is walking, I catch up to him. So
Alright,
what's in the bag?
I tell him, "Oh, rice." And I open the bag.
Inside check him.
but I cast
Well, you can make me a deception roll, Uber.
a what?
Deception.
Oh, deception. Okay.
In Twilight, you
guess-
can make some sort of
Does he get
wisdom.
disadvantage? Because, like, I literally just heard him say they were gems.
I'm gonna say that you can make your check, or your contested check, with one of your wisdom abilities.
Okay. As I'm going to use one of my spells to make it. I'll use prestidigitation, blah blah blah, to
Prestidigitation?
prestidigitation. Yes, to make it appear to be rice in the bag and open it up to show him.
That requires a casting, right?
I'm gonna say that this is
Doesn't even matter.
craziest looking rice you have ever seen in your life. It is just interesting as fuck that this rice is just in this bag, and it's awesome. It's just like this white rice, this jasmine white rice, and it looks like it would be delicious if you had cooked it up.
The most ricey rice you've ever seen.
Right.
Okay. I look a little bit disappointed because I could have sworn he said gems, but like, oh, okay.
Well, I mean, you might ask the gladiator where the gems went.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
I saw the bag. It has rice in it. It's not gems. I lose interest and start wandering off.
I mean, you would have noticed him casting a spell. I'll just give you that.
Oh, I do?
Yeah. He definitely cast a spell, but then said it was full of rice and showed you a bag full of rice. You don't know what spell he cast necessarily, but you know that he did some magic.
Assuming what he did is reasonable.
I'm
that's
trying to
fine, whatever.
imagine like Uber's character is kind of like the teller of the group. Just like suddenly a goldfish out of nowhere.
That's fine. I just ignore it and I see that it's rice and leave.
Okay.
Okay. So I head off to where I'm supposed to meet the guy.
Yeah, so as soon as you exit the area, the rogue figure clasps you on the shoulder, looks at the bag, and nods towards it.
I say, well, payment?
He looks in the bag, it's full of rice. Looks back to you.
I dispel it.
Alright. He looks a lot happier now. And
Yeah.
hands you one of the gems with 50 GP. Then takes the rest.
Nice.
Right. Anyone want to do anything else immediately?
I'm
I'd
just
like
like-
to go back to the... Wait, is that just a rental shop, or can I buy crossbow bolts there?
This appears to be a rental shop.
No.
Vivaldi's.
Dumb. I hate this place.
You can probably get some information out of Vivaldi about where you can find some crossbow bolts, though.
I assume you guys want to go look at gear?
I mean, it's someone.
I would
that
like to
asked.
go buy some gear.
I'm all set.
Right.
I will
So-
do whatever you guys want to do. I'm a
With
happy
the
cat now.
expectation that you'll be guys looking for gear at the start of next session, I'm going to bring this to a close because we're an hour over when I want to stop normally.
Yep. And I am hungry.
I'm just saying that I'm rolling my mace in the fucking sand, so it's no longer sticky. It's just covered in sand instead.
Yep.
And I'm gonna take the rest of the afternoon feeling bad about what I did.
You definitely will. And so when you pick up your shield, you do notice that the symbol has slightly become dimmer and faded on the front of it.
Is
But
it from
you're,
use or?
There is some of it that is from use. Other parts of it are obviously it's not. There's no way in the time that you spent in jail it has been used this heavily.
Dun dun dun.
But with the symbol being on the front of it, the rest of the shield is like brand spanking new. Minus the front where the symbol is.
Okay.
And as you leave the area, there's a voice. It comes from something like someone's talking behind you. And it says, "Finally, someone worthy." That's where we're close.
Ooh.
What?
Dun dun dun!
Dun dun dun! Was that from in the?
None of you would have heard that. It was just for Guardian to hear.
Oh. Oh.
Guardian's terrifying.
Yes.
He does have 5
Well,
strength
when
naturally.
He's,
That's
when
pretty
he's a
scary.
huge fucking creature.
I mean, that lawful good, but when you piss him off, the righteous finger.
I
Also,
just go around shooting people in the legs.
I
don't know
love
what you
this
guys-
kind of lawful good. Hate the, well, I'm lawful good, so I have to do this because it's the lawful good thing to do, and this would be what I would do if I was stupid. But that's not the case here. I appreciate that.
Yay.
It's
Okay,
Yeah,
picking
Batman.
we
up-
actually meet some baddies. Oof.
Are we picking up right here next time? So like same health
Yeah,
and
it'll
everything.
be same health and everything will be.
Okay.
Yeah, you just not. You guys.
I have to head out after this stuff. This is gonna be fucking bad.
Well, I
I can
mean,
still
no,
heal everyone.
I mean, if you get a long rest, you heal all your stuff.
I mean, I need a short rest to just get like I can just do a short rest.
So that-
Second one,
Also,
short rest, second
just
one.
for future notice, as long as I have a level 2 spell, I can heal literally the entire party, probably to full.
Nice.
Oh wow.
You do have healing spirit.
Just as more information, this was supposed to be a hard fight, but not deadly, which is what the other one was rated as.
I would say that was pretty accurate because we had on separate
People go
occasions
unconscious.
2 people. Yeah.
But I would like to say
And
I didn't have
there was-
my.
There were disadvantages like crazy as far as the what was on the gladiator.
Yeah.
Because of the grapple and everything else like that. So if that was not the case, the fight would have gone much differently.
Yeah.
That gladiator was tough.
Yo, yeah, he was. He had like multi attack 3 or something,
He had multi-attack 3 and a parry where he could raise his AC by 3 if it was a melee attack.
and
he had a
like
default AC of like 16 or something like that, and -2 from the shield is 14.
He had like +7 on his attacks, I think.
No, +4.
One of them had a +7.
no,
didn't
it
they?
wasn't +4 because he was hitting 24s without critting, so it was at least a plus
Something I looked to, someone had a +7 on their
Yeah.
attack.
Okay,
Someone did
that,
have a
oh,
+7.
because proficiency.
maybe,
so it'd
maybe
be
the gladiator did that. Oh, proficiency. Yeah, that's right.
which is fine. It's just like every hit against me was like there was one hit that missed against me, and that was just below my AC. Then every other hit was like
Also-
a 24.
Also, that gladiator. Yeah, right. Also, that gladiator was a challenge rating 5. So
Oh damn.
That means nothing to me.
I know. I like how
basically,
how
it
me
could've
and
killed you guys
Hank
in
were
one
the only
hit.
ones that didn't get hurt.
I could have. I played
Also,
it
I'm squishy as
stupidly.
heck.
I loved
But-
the fact that you're just like, this round, you know what? I'm just gonna fucking cheer everyone on.
Great.
I love that shit. You guys are doing great. Keep up the work. Wow.
Throw him again.
Definitely the fucking teller of the group.
I could have played it smart and just like backed off after one of the times with
Well-
the fucking hammer, but like nah,
File.
gotta hit him with the
But-
fucking goop.
Playing it smart. I don't know if that's in your player vocabulary.
100%. That's real talk.
He's not just gonna let Bar alone, even though he's fucking twice the size of this man currently. That's not what Karen doesn't need people fighting him alone.
All right, so I'm gonna leave the player screen on the map if you guys want to look at that and well,
We plan our expedition.
yeah.
Vile, we can hear.
Yeah.
Basically,
Just
I
everyone
guess
remember
plenty
that
of
we
speed.
were requested not to draw on the map, right?
Yeah, please do not draw on the map. Feel free to make your own notes or whatever, but don't draw on it, please. Otherwise, I have to do a. It's a pain in the ass to get drawings cleared from this map.
To do the dick thing on the fucking front page.
Yeah, also no more dicks because we're streaming now. Remember that.
Was Uber streaming?
Yep.
Yes.
I drew no dicks.
If there's no dicks on the stream anymore, I'm just gonna have to fucking leave.
All right. Goodbye. I
mean,
have-
don't
I
worry,
have other
tree,
Yeah,
people-
tree
Val, you're
doesn't
not
hurt
allowed to
pants.
hurt party members.
So surprisingly, I have been approached by other
I
people
was
that
the
want
only
to play.
party member that got hurt by friendly fire twice.
Wait, what?
Yeah, remember you hit me with your flame for 1 damage, and then you did an additional D6 damage when you suplex, and I just went fucking flying along with them.
Which
You
was
just
a wonderful
should have gotten
game.
off
By the
that
way,
hammer. That's all.
Val,
I couldn't.
I had half of your weapons all planned out beforehand.
No, I guess as such. Like I was kind of hoping actually though that I could summon. I would be the acid on the mulligan, so I just have a maul dealing acid damage when it fucking hit for a while, and then it would just break.
Well,
Probably
so
not
your,
the-
your quarterstaff would have done that, obviously.
Yeah, but the quarterstaff was
the part that
gone.
you weren't aware of is if you had hit with your quarterstaff, it would have splashed back onto you and done more acid damage to you also.
Fuck it, I'm just gonna open his throat and shove it down there then. Jesus, just like.
Yeah, like I had this whole plan for how your weapons were going to come out of that pit, and both of them happened in one session, and I was like, holy shit, this is great.
Well, because one of them like hurts me. It's like shit. I can't use that anymore. Might as well try the other one. But
You
be
just fucking
prepared.
drop it on the ground in the middle of the Purgeon's palace. It just
I was
fucking
gonna
starts
keep
sinking.
burning me.
kinda
I was
Doesn't
gonna
nothing.
keep.
It's like, whatever, I don't have it anymore, it's not mine. Which,
It's
by
like,
the way,
oh.
you do have a running tally at the Merchant's Palace now for damages.
Oh fuck
we
it!
wanna
I
go
don't
there.
my character has bigger problems right now and is like having a lot of fucking issues.
I don't know about that one. Bigger problems? You have other problems for sure.
Yeah, so the first thing that Vile does after hearing that there's this giant death curse on Chultic and he's been hired to save it is go and look for his fucking friends.
That might be dead. I don't know their friends. Like, somebody might have killed my friends. I'm gonna have to go and fucking avenge them. I don't know that though.
Fuck the party.
Well,
I'm doing
yeah,
this.
bye then, I guess. Vile's out.
At least he
For
has
all we
friends.
know, you just spent
Fuck,
time
fine,
down
fuck
at the
me for
party.
playing my character then. Jesus,
No, well, I appreciated that you went and did some character things, and I did have some of the stuff planned out for if you did that. I'm just making fun of the fact that the way you beelined for it was a little bit funny to me.
I was leaving in the morning. What else was I supposed to do? It's like the fucking Syndra.
like
The person who's hired us before had no fucking idea what happened. I was like, oh, I guess she's worthless to me right now. Better.
Oh yeah, I only offered you a fucking magic weapon
See,
worth like 5,000 gold.
but Vile, I think the point
My character
is,
honestly doesn't care about that right now.
I think the point is the mindset that as soon as everyone else was like, okay, we have things to do, you immediately went to, okay, nobody is worth anything to me anymore, I gotta go do this.
That's
And then
fine.
literally
I
left.
mean,
I'm
like,
fine with
I'll
it,
tell you
Vile.
more if you ask about it, I guess. But like,
Right,
because
well,
No one's asked about
again,
it, yeah.
I'm fine with it, and I think it was great that you actually did your character stuff. That's perfect. I was just laughing at how it happened. That's all.
Yeah.
Well, that's it for me.
I'm
None of
going
our
to bed.
characters
I'm gonna
cared.
go
They
eat
were all
something.
asleep.
So, night, guys.
Alright.
I'm hungry.
Good night, guys. Good.
Like
Good night, guys.
1 a.m.
I've
for you,
been
Tree.
eating a